good evening, good night. Hello, what is new? Has anybody been delivering your news? Hold on. Have you been getting your news? Hey, if you thumbs up and share. Um, what is that? No Huummm 100? I've been meaning to leave a note thanking you for all of your works. I've been side eyeing and avoiding the news like the plague, but I knew it would be a time and I would be running back to this channel. Has anybody been delivering your news? All these desperate, non non thoughtful, non educated, non seeking people who regurgitate the for profit media. Have anybody been delivering your news since everyone wanted to be on the news and doing the news? Have you even heard of them give you any news? Okay, so. There's some news that Ronnie Q had already informed you about months ago. This news Ronnie Hugh informed you about months ago. Ronnie Hugh, remember when Ronnie Hugh told you months ago that 4547 was doing, while they were still shooting at the Houthis and acting like the Houthis were our problem, that he and Netanyahu were flying missions with B 52 bombers? Go back on my um list of videos. You know, the video where I already had the warplanes in the sky. You know, I had two thumbnails of this. I guess you guys thought that I was playing. Do you guys remember when I had those thumbnails up and I told you that that exercise and shooting at the Houthis was all behind Israel because the Houthis were trying to block that shipping lane because of what Israel was doing in Palestine. Remember that? And remember, I also gave you the information that 4547 and Israel were doing some strike plans. And I showed you what the Americans said the reason why they were doing these flight plans together. They said that they were just showing Israel how to refuel in the air and things like that. They flew their B 52 bomber all the way over to show, but strangely, they were flying near to or over. Or over Iran. They were showing a show of force so Iran could plainly see these B 52 bombers. This was months ago. Did your for profit media tell you that when you watched the news? No, your for profit media is towing the line on this bullshit that Netanyahu has been claiming for over 15 years that within months Iran could have a nuclear weapon. There's footage going back years of him saying the same breathless speech. And at this rate, they can have a nuclear weapon within a year. But what fucking feckless dummy believed him? But now we have this. I'm not gonna start any useless wars, idiot. In the Oval Office, trying to deflect from everything. So how is this gonna affect him and how he lives his life? Not at all. As a great poet, Tupac Shakur once said, "Doesn't it amaze you that they always have money for wars but can't feed the poor?" Does that amaze anybody? All of the things that they are talking about taking away from the United States citizens in this big beautiful bill, but they don't blink an eye at you know how much they spent over there deterring the Houthis with Hexef not even able to keep the secret, bragging about it on an unsecure app. You know how much money that they sent that they spent over there. They spent a billion, a B. The Houthis doesn't even does is a force that don't even have a uniform. So Houthis don't have an air force. The Houthis don't have a navy. And they spent $1 billion over there, saying that they were doing something to open up the canal. Did anybody watch Hegseth go before Congress? And they asked Hegseth, uh, you, wait, first of all, we're going to have to say how the Houthis stopped. The Houthis just said one day, you know what? We don't want to fight no more. So we're not gonna shoot at any more ships. And 45, 47 said, okay. Well, that's how you end it. Two warplanes fell off of their ships into the ocean. This is how much money they spent over there. And when they had Pete Hegseth before Congress about his budget that he had not even detailed or completed and turned into them still. It was due months ago, and he's asking for $1 trillion after spending $1 billion allegedly fighting off the Houthis that were doing so much bad stuff. And then all of a sudden, the fighting stopped after you got two warships in the sea. All of this money you spent on bombs and all of this. Who was this behind? This was what was behind what Israel was doing over in Palestine. Is the reason why the Houthis were shooting in that shipping lane. And how much money did it cost our American taxpayers? How much money? It cost you $1 billion. That's how much it cost you. And then all of a sudden, the fighting was over. So, does anybody remember CNN telling you or connecting any of them dots? Anybody? Does anybody what is that? World News Tonight tell that to anybody, and anybody relay that to you? Oh, it's bad over there. Okay, so let's hear from 45, 47. He announced this illegal. You do understand that this strike was illegal. You do understand. Maybe I'm pretty sure everybody who comes over here understands. But to talk about this strike in Iran, you have to first understand and talk about the fact that he had absolutely no right to do this strike, and what he did was illegal and unconstitutional because it is Congress who declares war. It is not the president. So now we understand that this 45, 47 has done any and everything lawless. So you people who were thinking, maybe in the midterms we'll get some people in. Maybe in the midterms, 45, 47 says Zelensky was just trying to hold on power, even though Zelensky was in the middle of a war. So he said he's just trying to hold on to power and they should have elections. Well, maybe somebody whispered in 45, 47's ignorant ass ear and told him he's in the middle of a war. You don't have elections in the middle of a war. You cannot have elections in the middle of a war. So, what has he been seeing lately about himself, about that pathetic military parade that he gave himself, and about all the millions of people who protested in the street on the same day, who are against him? What do you think? Do you think he's going to give y'all a midterm election? Do you think that maybe this is a reason why he didn't go to Congress, why he made these unilateral strikes? Do you think that could be the reason? Do you think now that he has successfully had a stupid ass judge tell him that it is okay for him to do whatever he want above the governor with the oh fuck with with the military being in our streets and calling the National Guards out against the governor's order. So do you think that once he tell y'all that we in the middle of a war and we can't have no midterm election, if you open your motherfucking mouth, you may get shot. They also act hex up once again during these hearings. I don't know if people watch hearings. Somebody had the nerves to tell me that I was irrelevant when I went over to YouTube cameras, and ignorant motherfucker who pretends to be so educated and smart had the nerves to tell me, who was not speaking to him, who was speaking to the host, that I was irrelevant. I don't get relevancy off of the beef sector YouTube. That would be the first thing someone would have. If you think that there is any relevance in any of this shit that goes on in the beef sector, you're insane. So that did not bother me. But I'm wondering, did anybody bother to wonder what is going to happen when this 45-47 says, no, we're canceling the elections? Okay, I have a lot of comments. I wasn't looking at the screen. Let me say hello to everybody who's in here. I thank you guys for being here. Hey, Shy Girl, Choreo lover. Choreo, it is so good to see you. Choreo, I did some things with the mod things. If you want your mod wrench back, or if you're just here for the day, I understand. I know you were on a break, but if you're off your break and you still want your mod wrench, and because you are one who actually show up instead of showing up in other people's chat and acting like, oh, you were asleep or whatever. Uh, I I will give you your mod wrench back. Lee brand new. Uh, they were warning. They were wearing headsets out. You watched it. He's an idiot. So in this second hearing, they once again asked Hegseth if 45-47 gave him an illegal order to shoot protests, would he do it? He did not answer the question once again. This is months later. They knew he didn't answer it in his confirmation hearings, and the Republicans all voted him in. J.D. Vance had to come in and make the final vote to put him over the line because not one Democrat voted this ignoramus into office. So they asked him again. So what do you think is going on in these here United States of America? That's what I want to know. Okay, Lee Brand New, I spoke to you. You watched the hearings. Oh, they were crazy. Indian Wilding before 1942. Welcome. It is good to see you. Hey, Barry Carey. Hey, Nappy Child. Hey, Hood Scriptures. Jill's Comfort Zone. I saw a Views of You. Thank you all for being here. I'm going to drop the link if anyone wants to come up and um, say anything, say how you feel. So he announced this on this um, Truth Social that he had struck um, Iran. He struck their largest three nuclear sites. So this is what we get now. The last thing we heard, he's going to decide in about 2 weeks. But then here comes this statement. Let me remove uh, this. Okay, we have completed our very successful attack on three nuclear sites in Iran, including Frado, Natanz, and Estintan. All planes are now outside of our Iran airspace. A full payload of bombs was that's your president. A full payload of bombs was were they not was they were dropped on the primary site, Fudo. All planes are safely on their way home. Congratulations to our great American warriors. Um, is warrior their names? Is that why you capitalize that? I, I let me go. There is not another military in the world that could have done this. Is a world another proper name? Is that why you? Anyway, now is the time for peace. You think now is the time for peace? This man has just illegally unleashed an attack on a sovereign nation, and he thinks now is the time for peace. Did I drop my link? Let me make sure I drop my link. I dropped my link. Let me pin my link so I don't have to go back to this. Excuse me for a second. This man really is telling you that now is the time for peace. And what did Iran say? Iran said that every American is in threat no matter where they are, and meaning in America, meaning anywhere in the world, any America is in danger. That's what that's the piece that they are willing to offer. So let's see what 4547 said when he came out and announced his idiocy. Here we go. Put a one in the chat if you're able to hear it.
Thank you very much. A short time ago, the U.S. military carried out massive precision strikes on the three key nuclear facilities in the Iranian regime: Fordow, Natanz, and Esfahan. Everybody heard those names for years as they built this horribly destructive enterprise. Our objective was the destruction of Iran's nuclear enrichment capacity and a stop to the nuclear threat posed by the world's number one state sponsor of terror. Tonight, I can report to the world that the strikes were a spectacular military success. Iran's key nuclear enrichment facilities have been completely and totally obliterated. Iran, the bully of the Middle East, must now make peace. If they do not, future attacks will be far greater and a lot easier. For 40 years, Iran has been saying death to America, death to Israel. They have been killing our people, blowing off their arms, blowing off their legs with roadside bombs. That was their specialty. We lost over 1,000 people, and hundreds of thousands throughout the Middle East and around the world have died as a direct result of their hate. In particular, so many were killed by their general, Qasem Soleimani. I decided a long time ago that I would not let this happen. It will not continue. I want to thank and congratulate Prime Minister Bibi Netanyahu. We worked as a team like perhaps no team has ever worked before. And we've gone a long way to erasing this horrible threat to Israel. I want to thank the Israeli military for the wonderful job they've done. And most importantly, I want to congratulate the great American patriots who flew those magnificent machines tonight, and all of the United States military on an operation the likes of which the world has not seen in many, many decades. Hopefully, we will no longer need their services in this capacity. I hope that's so. I also want to congratulate the chairman of the Joint Chiefs of Staff, General Dan Raisin-Kane, spectacular general, and all of the brilliant military minds involved in this attack. With all of that being said, this cannot continue. There will be either peace or there will be tragedy for Iran far greater than we have witnessed over the last 8 days. Remember, there are many targets left. Tonight's was the most difficult of them all, by far, and perhaps the most lethal. But if peace does not come quickly, we will go after those other targets with precision, speed, and skill. Most of them can be taken out in a matter of minutes. There's no military in the world that could have done what we did tonight, not even close. There has never been a military that could do what took place just a little while ago. Tomorrow, General Kane, Secretary of Defense, Pete Hegseth will have a press conference at 8 a.m. at the Pentagon. And I want to just thank everybody, and in particular, God. I want to just say we love you, God, and we love our great military. Protect them. God bless the Middle East. God bless Israel, and God bless America. Thank you very much. Thank you.
Okay. You are absolutely right. Netanyahu is a criminal himself. They just had the ICF just had hearings also, where so many people, including Russia and uh, Kurdistan, I believe, Russia, Kurdistan, who was it? Several nations uh, uh, talked about what he himself had started over in Iran was against what is it? The ICF laws and against the law, and he should be arrested for what he did. But then he's a lot. He is able to convince the dummy who sits in our Oval Office to then double down on this. They said that there were six bunker busting bombs. They said that two would do, but 4547 said, hey, we got six. We ain't doing nothing with the money. We don't need the money. Now, look at Vance. Yeah, you just look at Vance. Looking like a dang Chucky doll. Now, Obama had, yes, Obama had it all settled with Iran, and this dummy stopped it in his first term. Why did he stop it? Because he was obviously Obama couldn't be successful. Obviously, that since he's, in my opinion, a white supremacist, just for him saying that it was no good because it was done by Obama, all of the supremacists who follow him agreed and had no problem with it at the time. And let's be clear, at that time, Iran was enriching uranium at 3%. They are now at 60%. So since they were under the deal, they were being monitored, and they had passed all their inspections. They want you to they want to pretend as if they had been enriching this uranium all this time. No, you were the ones who sat back and let him take him out of the deal. And now Israel strike while they are allegedly in the middle of a deal with the United States, and Israel has the nerve to say, well, he gave him 60 days, so we struck them on the 61st day. Because they yelled death to America too, and okay. They yelled death to America too. So we struck them on the 61st day as if they weren't coming to the table. So what was going on that 61st day when Israel decided to strike? Uh, there was uh, there were alleged planned talks for Iran and the United States to talk on that day. But Israel took it in their own hands that the talks between the United States and Iran were over, and they were going to strike Iran. Did you know that? Did your news really explain that to you? That on that day that there were scheduled talks between Iran and the United States to broker a nuclear non-proliferation deal. And what was in that deal? What did this great businessman, this great negotiator have in his plan that he said that Iran should have signed it? They should have signed the deal. The same exact thing that was in President Obama's bill. The same exact thing that he pulled out of. Are we really clear on this bullshit that's going on right here, right now? Okay, Uh, um, let's talk about something else. Okay, Trump got his chance to look strong. He needed to win because the world leaders are clowning him. He thinks he's a real tough guy, and they're going to clown him more. Russia was pissed off. All of them look like three stooges up there. I concur. I concur. I concur. Oh, okay. So, did I tell you? Did I tell? You see, I talked to you guys on my channel about the bricks. I don't hear a lot about the bricks in any. Put a one in the chat if you have heard our for-profit media talk about the bricks and the power that the bricks are amassing in trade and not needing the United States to do any trade deals. The number of nations that are constantly and steadily joining the BRICS. Have you guys heard me talk about the BRICS? Put a one in the chat if you've heard other news outlets, for-profit news media talk about the power that the BRICS are enacting. You understand that Iran just joined the BRICS. Iran with all of this oil that they sell. So therefore, if um, if they didn't sign this new deal that 45, 47 wanted to put him back under what he shouldn't have taken him from under because they were complying. Uh, Even his national security advisor, uh, Kelsey Gabbard, said that they do not show the Iranians enriching uranium. She said that, and then he knew she said that. He knew exactly well that she said that because they had been talking about it this whole week when Netanyahu was lying after his strike that they were within a couple of months of having a bomb. That's what I did hear the regular news caster say that Kelsey Gabbard said that the latest intel that they have about Iran is that they were not trying to enrich uranium for a weapon. So, why is it that he took his ass in front of the media, and the media said, "Well, your own intel told you that they weren't trying to enrich uranium." They had told him a couple of days prior to this. They said Tulsi Gabbard said that they weren't trying to enrich uranium. You know what he said? She don't know what she's talking about. She don't know what she's talking about. And then two days later, somebody else said, well, your national security advisor says that they are not trying to enrich uranium. You know what he said? He said, "Who said that?" He already know who said that because he was. They told him by name 2 days ago. Who said that? Oh, they don't know what they're talking about. And then who would say that? Who would he think would be saying that? But his national security advisor that he chose. Why ask who's saying that? Okay, this is a whole bunch of bullshit, propaganda shit that has gotten the United States in a war, in a full-fledged war. So they say, Tulsi Gabbard, well, she doesn't know what she's talking about. Well, then shouldn't she be fired? If Tulsi Gabbard at this stage where you are striking another nation and you are saying that her saying that they were not enriching uranium and was 3 months away and you're striking them because they were 3 months away and that's why you striking them, shouldn't you fire this bitch? Shouldn't this bitch job have already been on the table since when you decided to strike them if this is the information you was getting from her? But where did he get his information from? You notice he's been very vague about this information. They have no information. The representative they sent to the IMF, he made all of these assertions, and someone said, "Where is the information?" And well, you should ask the next person who's coming up behind me, and he'll tell it to you. He'll show it to you. There has been no information. They haven't even tried to make up a story about where this information has come from. Well, I got information. This is what 45, 47 is telling you. Well, I got information, but he didn't get it from his national security advisor. He didn't get it from her. She don't know what she's talking about, but she still got a job. Make that make sense in any operation that you know of. So let me see. Hey, M. Renee, how are you? Hey, T. Danielle. Hey, Keena. Did I speak? Keena, hi. It's good to see you. Okay. Hey, Sandy. His rich friends will benefit. Oh, yes. Oh, you know, war is a business. We know war is a big business. And who is on the front line to benefit from this? Who has already been giving Israel intel about where to find loads of people in Palestine that they have not uh, wiped off the face of the earth? What is it? Palantir. Palantir, who 45, 47, that's Peter Thiel's business. Peter Thiel, who financed JD Vance sit run. Peter Thiel is now has access to all of our information. And he did you guys also hear that last week there were I don't know you, J Day Monday, so I'm gonna have to. And I didn't see you write anything in the chat. I'm gonna have to decline you until I see you write something in the chat. I just don't let. This is not. I don't. I'm not a joking channel. So uh, write what you want to say in the chat, and I don't know you. Okay, so did you hear that they have six people. One's from Palantir. There's two of them from Meta. There are some more from these big corporations, these big AI corporations that have been granted the positions of colonels in the army. These IT people, they are now colonels in the army. I don't even know if they've been through basic training. I don't know if they were in the army. These are what is it? Not the CFO, the CCO of Palantir. See, these are the people. So you think that Palantir, who is showing 40 Netanyahu where to do missile strikes on people, on women and children hiding in schools, how to blow them off the earth. You think they're gonna let your black ass go out and protest? You think they gonna take anything from you? Trying to It's not like you don't know what they're doing. This is what they're doing, and this is what they have been doing. So you think they're not gonna? They've already sick Palantir on you. Okay, so if you guys didn't know that, uh, oh, it's Happy. Hey, Happy. I didn't know that was you. Come back up, Happy. Let's see. So inhumane. Yes, and that is who they have given uh, the contract to Palantir to work with the military and giving them all this information. And this is what Palantir is specializing in. I had I did a clip with the CEO of Palantir, the little strange wiry hair guy, and he definitely said that he wanted to work. In They could see Palantir being something great in the military. Hold on, let me bring up Happy. Hey, Happy Life.
Hey, hey, how you
What's
doing?
I'm doing good.
Well. Trump has got his ass involved in another war again as he bombed Iran, and now the Iranian government is like, okay, if you do this, we're gonna retaliate. We're gonna go to Washington. We're gonna do something, maybe cyber attacks and shit, and Houston, New York, and all that. So yeah, shit is brewing right now. Could be the beginning of World War III. So
I agree. I definitely agree. We don't even know if they have sleeper cells. We don't know anything. We know that this was crazy, and we know that he didn't have the authority to do this.
he didn't. I thought he
No,
was the president.
he is the president, but he has to go through Congress to get authorization for war.
Uh,
Now,
yeah.
this is what AOC tweeted out immediately. Uh, you're truly sick. All of this campaigning because you lost a race. Straight up loser. You should be uplifting the trans community. And oh, this is the wrong one. Oh Lord. This is the wrong. Oh, I'm sorry. That's the Simone Biles. Okay, Alexander AOC. Let me remove this statement. Well, he that could be true of him as well. Hey, Miss Queenie, uh, AOC said the president's disastrous decision to bomb Iran without authorization is a grave violation of the Constitution and constitutional war powers. He has impulsively risked launching a war that may ensnare us for generations. It is absolutely and clearly grounds for impeachment.
Mm, didn't they try to impeach him before? That's
They
interesting.
He was impeached twice, but they did not throw him out of office. After you get a vote to impeach, they must then vote to throw you out of office. And Mitch McConnell said that well, it should be handled in the court. So therefore, they didn't throw him out of office. He has been twice impeached.
Oh yeah, I remember that sniper rifle because somebody tried to shoot him and all that, and then his guard came at the last minute. Yeah, I remember that.
But the ballless Republicans won't do anything. They won't do anything. And
Because they love him.
I do believe that he has ensured them that they don't have to worry about the midterm elections, because you would think if they thought that there were going to be a midterm elections, there has been two or three Republicans who have spoken out against a 45-47 stance about this war, but you have heard crickets from the rest of them.
Oh, definitely. They are shut. So either they're terrified of Trump or they with him. One of the two got to be true.
I agree that one of the two has to be true.
Yeah. And what are the Democrats doing about it? Because are they saying anything or?
Yeah, they're saying things, but until some action, until there's some action, um talk is cheap. Talk is cheap. There's no there seems to be no big plan out of the Democrats as far as I can see. It seems like we uh the people who have been going out protesting have had far more attractions than any of our elected officials.
Mm,
And I think that's why they feel that it is so important that they are able to have the military in our streets, because they are afraid of the people rising up against their government, which they have the right to do. Protest their
mm.
protest their government is what they have the right to do. So I'm gonna put this together with this with what's going on in the bricks. You can stay up if you want to, but I'm gonna uh, show some things that may help people understand about what's going on with this Iran thing. The real reason, what is the name of this? The real reason for the U.S. Israel war on Iran. Okay, so you want to stay up?
Yeah, I'll just listen and
Yeah, just
stuff.
listen. Okay. I want to share a little this information with you. We know everything. It ain't about no. It's always about money. I'm gonna drop this link in the chat. I'm not gonna play all of this video, but I just want to play. Here's the link for this video. I just want you guys to uh, put some things together. Think about some things. I wish the people had the zeal. I wish the people had the zeal back in November when it was time to vote. Lord, uh, not California, of course. We showed up. Uh, hey, Tanya Jones. And speaking of showing up, Where the fuck is that misunderstood? I don't know why people are acting like my one vote. My people are acting like my one vote got him in office.
Oh
Okay,
wow.
Yeah, your one vote did get him in office, bitch. It was one vote on top of another vote. You were out here fucking propaganding for him, and you had no nothing to say about his policies. And now that he's the only president, he's against war. Where you at, bitch? Hit my link now, bitch. He's against
Damn,
war. He's the anti-war president, and he's the only president who's against all these wars. Where you at now, stupid bitch? A bitch. I hope somebody called ICE on your Hispanic lion, a nappy headed ass. I hope you in a motherfucking what is it, deportation cage, bitch. It's stupid bitches like this always prouting up a propaganda because they want to be considered something other than what they are, a black Negro. They want
mm,
to be considered so close and unlike the rest of you black Negroes. Bitch, the
damn,
only closeness you are going to get into this life, this white life that you want so bad is when a white dick is stuck up your ass, bitch. And that's the only time, bitch. You are in the same predicament as every other black person. And you're seen as such, and you're seen as a absolute fucking clown. I didn't know what they're talking about. I even went to protests. Yeah, but bitch, when you were getting ready for them protests, you had your nose all curled up. Oh, I'm just gonna go see what they're talking about because you have no self awareness that you think that you were going there to see how the other half live, bitch. You live like the other half, ho. You ain't nothing but a glorified baby mama, your motherfucking self. You a bitch that ain't nobody wifing up, bitch. You are trash and you stupid trash out here trying to act as if you cared about the policies of a man who is a whole fucking criminal. But maybe that's why you relate to him. Maybe that's why you relate. Maybe because you relate to the con artist in him. You know that $60,000 heirloom ring, bitch. You're a con artist, your goddamn self. All of these people had the most to say, trying to take the high road of indignity, like uh, Kamala Harris would have had this nation at war. Has it even been 6 months? 6 months into her presidency at war. Okay, yeah.
Well, I will say this. She is wrong about Trump being not being a wartime because Trump, when you see Trump, he's in there to shoot, destroy, and start wars. That's who he is. And he don't give a fuck about the people or nothing. And if you ain't his color, then you're fucked. So if you are a Hispanic and you think you're gonna get in there with white society, not gonna happen. So I will say that.
All right, you said a word. Now let me try to get to this bricks this connection. Okay, here we go. Hold on. Where is my volume? Hold on 1 second. Here we go.
again, and it escalated into a larger conflict. Now, the US government is deeply involved in this war on Iran. US President Donald Trump knew about all of the operations because the US was helping Israel to plan and to carry out this attack. Israeli officials were given a very clear green light from the US government, and Donald Trump personally gave his approval to Israel's Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu. The US government also provided Israel with very important intelligence that was used to target Iranian officials. And just 3 days before Israel started this war, the US delivered 300 Hellfire missiles to Israel, knowing that Israel would use these US missiles in order to attack Iran. And after Israel
Okay. So I don't know what's going on. Hold on 1 second. Could you hear that? Could you hear that? Happy Life.
Israel is
Yeah,
at war with
Okay.
Iran.
So hold on.
Israel started
Let me uh let me get right here. Okay, here we go. Goals of the U.S.-Israeli war on Iran: maintain the homogeny in West Asia, aka the Middle East; destroy the anti-colonial axis of resistance, making it possible. The total of colonization of Palestine, prevent Iran from ever developing nuclear capabilities, overthrow or at least weaken Iran's independent revolutionary government. They want regime change, is what they're saying. Scare the other countries in the region that may seek to move away from the U.S. and the dollar, especially the Gulf monarchies. Now, Saudi Arabia came out and they had some harsh words for Israel about Israel attacking Iran. Also, Saudi Arabia is, and Donald Trump has been trying to bend over for Saudi Arabia when he went to the Middle East, and they are not pleased with what Israel has done. But I haven't heard them do anything else. Scare other countries in the region that may seek to move away from the U.S. and the dollar. Preserve the petrodollar system, ensuring global demand for the U.S. dollar. So, if you are not aware, the dollar. Gas is bought based on the dollar system. You have to have dollars to buy gas and to trade. Since they have the BRICS have been taking over a major swath of countries have joined the BRICS. They trade in their own money. They don't have to have the dollar. So now Iran is one of the largest oil holders in the world, and all of the oil has to go through the Strait of, I think it's Strait of Hormuz or something like that, and that's right on the border of Iran, and it's a very tight strait. They can interrupt all the oil that's coming from that region. While Donald Trump is talking about, well, we didn't shot them down, and all our planes are out of their airstrike. So it's time to have peace. Do you think they're gonna have peace? Y'all may not
no,
even have gas. We may not even have gas because it has to go past the, what is it? The Strait. Let me see. I think they're talking about it right here. See, I look other places to try to get
West
information.
Asia. Saudi Arabia, another loyal U.S. ally, was the Western pillar, and Iran was the Eastern pillar in this twin pillars policy. However, that changed in 1979 with the Iranian Revolution, and the newly founded Islamic Republic was very influenced by global South anti colonial struggles, the national liberation struggles of what at that time was called the Third World. Now, it's important to understand that in the region in the 1960s and 70s, there were many different revolutionary movements. There were many different Marxist and socialist groups.
Gaza Strip.
Hold on.
And
I don't know.
Neutralize crude oil as an economic weapon and find a way to persuade a hostile kingdom, that is Saudi Arabia, to finance America's widening deficit with its newfound petrodollar wealth, end quote. And Nixon
Okay, so this is
allies,
they're trying.
allies,
Oh, hold on.
because of their support.
Right here. They're talking about why they made oil have to be purchased in dollar. If you remember what happened, you may not remember in the 70s when there was that big oil strike, oil shortage, because I think it was Saudi Arabia held up the oil.
Support for Israel, which was illegally occupying Palestinian. What is the petrodollar system? Well, in order to understand this, we have to go back to August 1971 when US President Richard Nixon ended the convertibility of the dollar to gold. Because before that, going to the Bretton Woods Conference of 1944 at the end of World War II, the US dollar had been pegged to gold at a fixed exchange rate of $35 for 1 ounce of gold. Nixon ended that, And since 1971, the US dollar has been a freely floating fiat currency. This means that the value of the US dollar in relation to other currencies is constantly fluctuating up and down in the foreign exchange market. And in the 1970s, there was a lot of inflation in the United States. And the US was trying to find a way to stabilize the value of the dollar to bring down inflation. This is especially after the OPEC oil embargo in 1973, which caused oil prices to skyrocket. And in 1974, inflation in the US hit 11%, which was record breaking at the time. In 1973, the Organization of Petroleum Exporting Countries, OPEC, launched an oil embargo on the US and its Western allies because of their support for Israel, which was illegally occupying Palestinian, Egyptian, Syrian, and Jordanian territory. Let's not forget this was.
And let's talk about what Israel is doing now. Do you know where Israel made those strikes to Iran from? They made those strikes from land that they have taken from Syria. You remember when 45, 47 visited Syria after
Yeah.
Assad recently, a couple of weeks ago, when he visited the Middle East? He also visited Syria. Who is the interim head of Syria? A former Al Qaeda member. He was fought for Al Qaeda. That is who is running Syria. And uh, what is this? The guy from MLB, the prince, the Saudi prince. He wants them to work together. And this former Al Qaeda militia guy said he wants to get close with Israel. Understand what's going on. Israel is taking over land. He is taking over land in Syria, and that's where he launched those bombs from. These are the people who 45, 47 is in bed with. Uh, and and uh,
Mm.
and these are people who he just loved the military, that he had them showcase in that pathetic parade. These are the people whose lives he cares nothing about, and these are the people who are going to have to go out and fight because they're fighting over wealth and oil. Let me get to the BRICS part of it.
Oh yeah, definitely they want that wealth, and definitely they do want oil.
Yeah.
That's what I definitely taking it from.
hmm
Hmm.
Okay, let me see if I can find here we are. Super imperialism. I want you to understand this BRICS. Here we go.
Quote. This was famously spelled out by the economist Michael Hudson, a good friend of the show, back in his book, Super Imperialism, The Economic Strategy of American Empire. He explained how, with the war in Korea and then the US war on Vietnam, the US began running a larger and larger current account deficit. That is a balance of payments deficit. The US was importing more and more and exporting less and less. And Michael Hudson explained, with all of the data proving that the reason for that was because of the US empire, the wars it was waging around the world. The balance of payments deficit was due to the US military's global spending to maintain this empire with foreign military bases all around the world.
But he wants you to believe that he's inflicting tariffs because of the trade deficit is so bad against America. But not they don't never want to count these wars. So what he's doing is he's taking your tax dollar. They take your tax dollar to fight and fund these wars, these individual contractors and all this shit, and then they put a tariff on your goods that are coming here because they have absolutely created no jobs, and we are a more of a service nation. We are more of a consumer nation. We do not do much exporting. We do more importing, and then he puts a fucking tax on that. Let's continue.
Damn, it's a damn
After
shame.
Nixon ended the link of the US dollar to gold, the way that he maintained global.
So Lincoln was the one who took the United States off the gold standard and put us 100% on the dollar standard. So here we go.
Demand for the US dollar was to force the Persian Gulf monarchies, especially Saudi Arabia, but then later the UAE and Qatar and others, to sell their oil and gas in US dollars, which means that countries all around the world that need to import oil and gas have to get access to dollars. This maintains global demand for the US dollar, and it has allowed the US to run larger and larger current account deficits, trade deficits with the rest of the world over decades. And yet, most countries would face a severe currency crisis if this happened. Their currency would fall significantly against the dollar and they would have hyperinflation. The reason it doesn't happen in the US is because there's global demand for the US dollar, because countries need the dollar in order to pay for imports, not only of oil and gas, but many other commodities and other imports, because the dollar is the global reserve currency, and also because other countries that have current account surpluses, trade surpluses with the rest of the world.
And the BRICS want to stop the dollar from being the global reserve currency. They now all of these nations that are in the BRICS, I told you they are stockpiling gold. So while we think that this is the biggest thing that we got to deal with, there is some bigger shit on the horizon for the United States, and this
Oh,
gold
it's definitely a
they are not talking
distraction.
about.
Hmm.
What did you say? I didn't hear you.
Oh yeah, I said it's definitely a distraction, and
Mhm.
what Trump is doing to Iran, that is crazy. But I think with Trump creating this what you call it, Golden Dome or whatever, like
Yeah.
he's building.
Good. Good. And
Yeah,
how much is that? They can't even tell you how much it's going to cost. What capabilities it's going to have. Where
they
they're going
don't
to get
tell
the
you.
capabilities from. They just tell you that they need $1 trillion military budget. That's all that they know for sure. They have not itemized this budget that they need. They just are saying that they need $1 trillion, while at the same time taking poor people off Medicaid who have no other way to get a primary care physician, somebody who is going to follow their health situations, that they don't have to let their health go into the point where they have to use emergency rooms at 10 times the cost for their for any illness that have gone on so long, because they don't have a primary care physician, that they are coming into emergency rooms with terminal diseases that have could have been caught if they had Medicare and a primary care physician. This is going to kill you. And while they
Oh
get
yeah, oh yeah, definitely. Cause yeah, man, what I think the Golden Dome's probably gonna be is probably going part of it's gonna be a satellite system to like probably watch the people or something like that. And then
Mhm.
they're gonna have some AI machines in it and all that. And then once Iran sets up the cyber attack, I guess they're gonna have something to combat Iran, but then we're gonna be a third world country. So
you
no
that's
food, no
that's
gas.
exactly what we're going to be. And you
Yeah,
are definitely correct. All of this is to monitor the people. They say that they're trying to uh, lull you into the fact that, oh, this is a good thing based upon your how your data and the data that we get from you. We can recommend this, that, and the other for you, and places that you may like and things that you may like to buy, and not telling you that AI is going to be taking your motherfucking jobs, and you're not gonna
oh
have.
yeah, definitely.
They have
Yeah.
this. They have this in China. It's called what is it? A social currency, where based upon who you are, the information that they gain on you, say like if you lived in the projects, based upon your social currency, you will not be able to apply for a apartment or a house outside of the projects, because that's who they have you locked into. If you wanted to all of a sudden buy a plane ticket to Jamaica, they will not even allow you to purchase a
Oh
plane.
my God. So it is who you are. If you in the projects, they're going to think that you're no good. So then they're going to say, well, you know what? Based on where you're at right now, you
No.
cannot get employment or a job. But if you live in the suburbs or a safe
Mhm,
neighborhood, or if you're like in a good situation, they're like,
mhm,
well, based off this, since you're in a good situation, and you look like a upstanding citizen and all that, okay, yeah, yeah,
It's
you can
social.
do it.
It's called your social currency. They
Mm,
already doing it over in China because they know everything about you, all of your
mhm,
details about your life, all of the things that you look for, shop for, your
mm.
entertainment, what you watch, all of this shit, and they lump you into a social life that you are not able to date outside of your social currency. All this
Oh
shit
God.
really, really scary. This shit,
So
you're not
they gonna
embarrassed
tell you what
outside.
to eat. They gonna have drones everywhere in stores. They gonna like, no, put
It's
this down.
it's
Do
definitely
this.
based upon a lot of surveillance. Let's get to the
Yeah.
bricks part. Hold on. Let's go get to the
Okay.
bricks.
They recycle the excess dollars they get from trade into US government debt, US Treasury securities, and other US assets. So, at the heart of the exorbitant privilege the US has by printing the global reserve currency, the heart of that exorbitant privilege is the petrodollar system, and especially the Persian Gulf monarchies selling their oil and gas in dollars. So, the fact that Iran and the UAE are already selling oil and gas to China in yuan is very concerning from the perspective of the US empire. And Washington is especially afraid of the possibility of Saudi Arabia doing the same. Now, Saudi Arabia still plays a very influential role in the global oil market as a swing producer because Saudi Arabia's state owned oil company, Saudi Aramco, is known to be used as a political tool when Riyadh wants to accomplish a certain goal. It can increase or reduce its oil production in order to influence the price of oil on the global market. And Saudi Arabia is still a major player in OPEC. So the US is very concerned about the possibility of Saudi Arabia moving away from the petrodollar and potentially toward a petro yuan, or at the very least, selling its oil in different currencies with different trading partners. In fact, back in 2023, the Wall Street Journal published an article that outlined the demands that the Biden administration had imposed on Saudi Arabia as part of a plan to broker rapprochement with Israel. The US was pressuring Saudi Arabia to officially recognize Israel and to abandon the Palestinians. And according to this report, the US government had two main demands. One, Saudi Arabia had to cut its close ties with China. And two, Saudi Arabia had to give assurances that it will sell its oil in dollars, not the Chinese currency, the yuan. The Wall Street Journal wrote that, quote, the Biden administration is seeking assurances from Saudi Arabia that it will distance itself economically and militarily from China. Officials said the U.S. could seek assurances from Saudi Arabia that it won't allow China to build military bases in the kingdom. Negotiators could also seek limitations on Saudi Arabia using technology developed by China's Huawei and assurances that Riyadh will use US dollars, not Chinese currency, to price oil sales, end quote. If you want more information about this, I have another video and an article specifically.
Okay.
Now, obviously, it goes without saying that West Asia has the largest reserves of oil and natural gas on Earth. 9 of the world's top 20 largest oil producers are located in this region. However, I should point out the United States is the world's #1 producer of oil. Similarly, 7 of the top 20 largest producers of natural gas are located in this region. Although, once again, the United States is the #1 producer of natural gas on Earth as well. So it's not that the United States needs this oil and gas. The US has tons of oil and gas. Of course, US corporations, for profit fossil fuel companies, would love to exploit the oil and gas of this region, which is
All of this is done for corporations and their buddies to get richer. Let's continue.
largely
I
controlled by
mean,
state-owned companies. Saudi Arabia, for instance, has the massive state-owned oil company Saudi Aramco, and the other Persian Gulf countries also have state-owned oil and gas companies. Of course, the US would love to privatize all of this and sell it off to US corporations, but it's not like the US needs access to more oil and gas. What the US is more concerned about is maintaining control over the global price of oil and natural gas. This is why the US government for many years was waging a kind of political war against OPEC, the Organization of Petroleum Exporting Countries. This organization was famously used in 1973 to declare an oil embargo of the US and other Western countries as part of a protest against Israel's war. So
Okay.
it also makes perfect sense, at least from the perspective of imperial strategists, if you look at a map of the world and the role of this region in geostrategic choke points in the trade of oil and other goods. 3 of the most important choke points on Earth are located in this region, including the Strait of Hormuz, the Bab el Mandab, and the Suez Canal. The US government's Energy Information Administration, the EIA, has written clearly that, quote, the Strait of Hormuz is the world's most important oil choke point, end quote. In fact, 21% of all of the barrels of oil used on Earth every single day pass through the Strait of Hormuz as of 2022. That is 1/5 of the entire supply of oil on Earth. And yet the Strait of Hormuz is tiny. If Iran
So, what is this right here? That's Iran. That is the Strait of Hormuz. Uh, okay, so that is another reason that they are trying to change government. Where is it? Okay, let me hold on 1 second. What
So
do
it's
we want?
all a race to who stays on top and stuff like that. And they need oil. The rich gets richer, and they're slowly trying to cut off the poor. So,
Exactly. Now, this is the former Hamas leader who is over Syria. You're going to see him before and after. Let's look at who is over Syria, who has allowed Netanyahu to amass their land and shoot at Iran from actual Syria.
are Shia. But this brings me to the final country that was previously part of the axis of resistance, which was Syria, when it was governed by the longtime leader Bashar al-Assad and his father, Hafez al-Assad. They were Arab nationalists. Syria was one of the countries in the region that always supported the Palestinian struggle and refused to normalize.
And way back, and when George W. Bush, I forget who it was, one of the main military guy in George W. Bush administration said that they plan to eradicate all of the leaders from Somalia, from Iraq, from Iran, from Yemen. It was 5 nations that they had planned to overthrow these nations.
yeah.
Where was Gaddafi from? Libya. Yes, all of these nations. Now we saw what happened with Iraq. We saw what happened in Libya. They said that they are now just Libya is just a free slave trade zone now, and I didn't know. The way that they killed now Iraq, they lied and said that they had weapons of mass destruction. They've did the same lie about Iran. They have been Netanyahu has been saying this 3 months they can have a nuclear weapon for the past 15 years. Okay, and has anybody showed you anything has changed since they put us into this war? Nobody has showed you anything has changed. What they have
No,
shown that Netanyahu has been saying the same thing for 15 years, though. Uh, uh, now uh, Gaddafi gave up their nuclear weapons, and what happened to him? They went in and they threw him out of office and unalived him with a bayonet. They raped him up the ass with a bayonet. I didn't even know that. I
oh,
thought that he was shot. He was shot, but I thought that's what killed him. What this is, and these are the people who are telling you that these other people are savages. That's that. Let me. Where you going
I
at?
think they all savages at this point. It's
Thank
just like which one's gonna win, which government's this and that, and it's just like it's a no-win situation, and we're just the people watching it, and we're
you.
not
Right.
even building our own. That's sad.
That's sad. That is exact, and we have the most oil. So it's not about the oil. It's about this money that other nation has to trade under the U.S. What dollar? That's what it's about. The dollars. All that oil that's in Iran has to be traded under what? The dollar. Let's continue.
Mm.
I'm almost done.
Normalize relations with Israeli colonialism. However, starting in 2011, the US started a war in Syria trying to overthrow the Syrian government. The CIA spent billions of dollars arming and training so called rebels, many of whom later joined Al Qaeda and ISIS, many of whom were extremists, Islamists, and they eventually succeeded with the support of Israel and the Gulf monarchies in Turkey, which is a member of NATO. Altogether, these countries supported the so-called rebels in Syria, and they succeeded in 2024 in overthrowing the Syrian government. And now Syria is governed by the former leader of Al Qaeda. I'm not exaggerating in any way. The unelected so called president of Syria, since the previous government was overthrown, is the former leader of Syria's Al Qaeda affiliate, the world's largest Al Qaeda affiliate, which was called Jabhat al Nusra, which later rebranded with
And
US.
look who's standing in the middle. Oh, happy to meet the new Syrian leader. When he went over to his Middle East trip.
Man, don't trust that guy in the middle. I'm telling you, that guy
Don't
will
trust none
turn on
of them.
them.
Don't trust none of them. They
Man,
said that what is his name? BOMB. This prince from Saudi Arabia was the one who ordered the unaliving of that news reporter who reported something bad on him, and they chopped him up. He went to a restaurant and he was on the menu. He got chopped up. They found
wow,
little portions of his DNA while 45, 47 was in his first administration. And when they came to him and told him the findings, he was like, oh, well, there's nothing you can do. He did absolutely nothing. But he's over there smiling and trying to make and making actual deals with him for his family's personal wealth. On his last trip,
man,
yes.
man, don't
And,
be surprised. Don't be surprised when when these nations kill people and all this, and they chop them up. They might put human DNA inside the food, and then people won't know what they're eating.
that food is that's a whole nother story.
I'm just
You
saying,
are right. If you don't know how to, you better learn how to amass your own food. The man who controlled foods, you see what's happening in Gaza. They had a little kid in Gaza. Him and his father walked, and they are telling them to come to this place for food aid, this place for food aid, and they're shooting at them like it's a game. They're unaliving them on a daily to get to food. There was a young dude who was crying. He was so frustrated. Him and his father walked 8 hours to get to the place that they were supposed to be dispersing food in Gaza, and they dispersed so little. He got his mother needed just some flour to try to make bread to cook for them, and he had 2 kilos of flour, and then it was stolen, and he was just frustrated. He said, "I'm sick of this. Look at us. We're starving. We're hungry. Look at us." And then he picked up sand and threw it in his mouth. He said, "I'm hungry. I just want something to eat. Why are they doing this to us?" These are the people who are in charge, and said that Gaza would be a great place, if we get all of these other people out. 45, 47 said. It's waterfront property. That's the only thing he sees about Gaza. Let's continue.
Support
damn,
as Hayat Tahrir Sham, HTS, and the former leader of Syrian Al Qaeda he previously used the name Abu Muhammad al Julani, and now he uses the name, his birth name, Ahmad Ashara, and he declared himself the so-called president of Syria. He was not elected. So, I mean, people love to criticize the former Ba'athist government of the Assad family in Syria. They love to criticize it for being authoritarian, but Syria today is just as authoritarian, if not even more authoritarian. I mean, it's ruled by the former leader of Al Qaeda, and the US government has been working very closely to normalize relations and has been supporting the new Al Qaeda led Syrian government because Syria is now working with the US against Iran in an alliance with Israel. So now the rebranded Al Qaeda leader, who is the unelected president of Syria, Ashara, he said openly that he wants to normalize relations with Israel, which the previous Assad government had always refused to do. So he's obediently following US orders. And I have to stress that this US Israeli attack on Iran was only made possible because of the overthrow of the Syrian government. And now Israel has colonized more and more Syrian land. They've destroyed Syria's military so it can't defend itself. And Israel used Syrian territory in order to launch these attacks on Iran. And keep in mind that the major British newspaper, The Telegraph, published a report with interviews with Syrian rebels who admitted that the US military backed their operation to overthrow the Assad government in Syria. So again, this makes it very clear why the US and Israel are waging war on Iran, because they already succeeded.
But understand who was president when Assad was overthrown. Barack Obama was in the president.
Oh
So,
yeah, that was back in 2008, right?
I don't know.
Or
It was
2012, one of the two.
after 2008. Yeah.
Oh,
So, let me see if there's anything else I want to. There's talking about Gaddafi, how he wound up giving up his nuclear weapons, and let me see. There's one more thing I want to share with you. Oh, here we go. Are we there? I think. Oh, here we are at the bricks. Let me see. Bricks. Oh, they got titles. Let's talk about the bricks. I've been looking for this forever.
So finally, this brings us
forever for
to the last
sure.
two goals of the US Israeli war on Iran, which are deeply related, which is the attempt to destabilize BRICS and the Shanghai Cooperation Organization, divide the global south, and disrupt the multipolar project, and also to break apart the partnership between Iran, Russia, and China with the goal of isolating Beijing in the new Cold War. Now, I already talked about how the Iranian Revolution was a kind of Islamic oriented third world nationalist movement inspired by other global South struggles. And Iran has always been an
Oh,
ally of
yeah.
other anti colonial movements. Iran is a close ally of Cuba and Venezuela and Nicaragua in Latin America, which have revolutionary anti imperialist governments. Iran has good relations with many countries in Africa, and Iran has become very close to China and Russia. And in 2023, the BRIC summit was held in South Africa, and Iran was invited to become a full member. And of course, it accepted this invitation. And as of the 1st of January 2024, Iran has been a full member of BRICS, along with the original five members Brazil, Russia, India, China, and South Africa, as well as Egypt, the UAE, Ethiopia, and Indonesia. And again, keep in mind, I was talking about the US attempt to impose hegemony on West Asia and North Africa. Well, now you have Iran, the UAE, and Egypt, which are all members of BRICS, and they're all in the region. And Saudi Arabia has been invited to join BRICS, although it has not officially given an answer. It's likely that Riyadh is using that as a bargaining chip with Washington and saying to Washington, well, if you put too much pressure on us, we'll join BRICS. So it's a card they can always play. But getting back to Iran. So Iran is now a full member of BRICS. And when Iran officially joined the Global South-led organization, the Iranian state media outlet Noor News published an article explaining its goals. It noted that Iran is seeking to, quote, lessen the influence of imposed sanctions over its economy, end quote. They also said that BRICS will help to challenge the, quote, current unilateral world order, end quote. So they're talking about the US dominated unipolar order, creating a more multipolar world. And then finally, this is a very important quote. Iran's state media outlet said that by joining BRICS, this will, quote, deepen the current existing relations between Beijing, Moscow, and Tehran as the three main architects of the new world order, end quote. So Iran is saying we have an alliance with China and Russia to challenge the US empire. So it's obvious why the US empire.
Okay, so I'm gonna this video is so informative. It gives you a lot of history. I'm gonna I hope you guys go and check this out. What do you have to say about that? I have been talking about the BRICS and how they are so powerful in trade. Hey, Kimberly Black. Hey, Styles with Tisa. What do you have to say about that? Now you see why the U.S. is so afraid. Uh, they started off with BRICS. Britain, not Britain, Brazil, Russia, I. Who is I? India, C. Who is C? China, and S. South Africa. That's what the BRICS started off with. That's what a BRIC stands for. Uh,
Wow.
now, now they have like over 40 something nations who have joined them, and a lot of African nations have joined them. And they do not have to use the dollar for trade. They can use their own money. They don't have to stockpile the American dollar for trade. They don't have to worry about America putting sanctions on them if they do something that America don't like in their own country. So this is very frightening for the U.S. And not a lot of people are talking about this. So, hey, Regina, now what do you have to say about that? Did you know about the BRICS, or what do you think?
I mean, the Bible said like something about ye can't keep us at home or something like that,
What?
and they
What do you
like
mean?
the U.S. just keeps bothering like they can't like help their own people. They gotta focus on other countries and the military and stuff. So yeah, it's the Brits and everything. I mean, the U.S. thinks that they're on top right now, but I got a feeling like when this war hits, the nations that are with them will turn on them for personal gain.
Mm-hmm.
So
Now,
let's see.
Regina M, I just you guys please watch this video. I'm gonna drop the link in my chat one more time. It will give you a broader understanding. All of this, they are about to have nuclear capability. All of this shit that they are feeding you about these strikes is bullshit. This is about control, and this is about the power of the dollar soon shrinking. I played another economist video. If you've been over here with my irrelevant ads, I have played another economist, Richard Wolff, who talked all about the BRICS and all about how the BRICS are amassing a power and how Russia survived all the sanctions that it was on when they first struck Ukraine because they were trading their oil with China. Russia and China are the I and the R in BRICS. They had been trading their oil with China. That's how they were able to thrive and stay alive during those sanctions that were put on them when they invaded Ukraine. Understand that the United States are being, people are doing workarounds around the United States, what, like these tariffs and shit. They're making deals with other nations and fuck the US. And we have an idiot in office. Okay, so what do you have to say about that? Anything? Because
Oh
I can.
yeah, definitely. Cause yeah, we got an idiot, psychopath, chaotic dude that's in there. Now that's crazy. Cause the Russia, any country that be like, oh, I can do okay and not have to worry about US filing sanctions. Well, the US gonna be afraid and be like, no, we gotta find loopholes. We gotta
Hmm.
kill one of your lieutenants or something like that. You gotta bear to us. And the
Yeah.
other countries be like, look, yeah, we ain't doing it. And then the other countries are probably like, well, maybe if Kamala was in office, then we'll make deals with you guys. But you got Trump up in there. We ain't dealing with that. Oh hell no. And then
And,
they're gonna say, okay, all
and
right.
he doesn't mind. He doesn't mind breaking the law.
And that okay, now that too. Now I'm trying to figure out if Congress can drop their nuts and actually hold Trump accountable. Like I really want to see if they can get their nuts to drop or
Okay,
not.
so I I I tell you, I seriously have little hope in the Republican Congress to do anything effective. I have another top U.S. official who is talking about what's going on over in Iran, and you guys may want to take heed to this or not. I don't know. Or not. Where's the volume? Uh,
That ain't what you want. All that great that you're doing, Iran, y'all keep that shit over there. Because you're creating the United States. And one thing about us, we're going to show you better than we can tell you. So you better watch who you creating. And I'm from the USA. But I'm going to let you know something. Iran, don't come with the cracks unless you want to get, uh-huh. And you know what I mean. And I said what I said. Keep your ass over there. Stop trying to go to war with us. And then Iran talk about me and talk about coming from me. Well, bitch, do it then, hoe. Do it then, bitch. Do your big one then. Do your big one. You think I give a fuck? I don't care. Bitch, I said what I said. Keep that shit over there. Don't bring that shit over here. Cause you step over here, you gonna get what you asked for. We don't give a fuck. We don't care about none of that. Bitch, we don't care. At the end of the day, y'all motherfuckers need to stop fucking with us. Just because of our skin colors.
Okay. Uh,
Well, we love Shamar, and we definitely do. But Shamar, your own country is getting in other folks' business, and they gonna put you at war. So yeah, they will show you, but it's your own uh America that's doing it. So I just want him to know that.
but you have people out here talking about things. This they don't know anything. They don't know anything but this bravado. They are not educated on anything political. Now they're out here with so much to say. Let me show you who is over our military. Uh,
Oh God.
In response
Mm.
to my colleague from Oklahoma, I believe the Secretary of Defense has just responded last week and admitted that the $1 billion mission that he led against the Houthis, who do not have a navy, has not restored the transit of U.S. flag commercial vessels through the Red Sea, and in fact has resulted in the loss of two F-18 Hornets to the tune of $60 million apiece, as well as, I believe the last count was 7 Reaper drones to the tune of another $200 million. You are blowing through money like my fellow cadets and I did in our first Liberty after basic camp. Luckily, I didn't end up with a questionable tattoo. Your failures, Mr. Secretary, since you've taken office has been staggering. You sent classified operational information over Signal to chest thump in front of your wife, who, by the way, has no security clearance, risking service member lives in the process. You blew the $1 billion fight against the Houthis, whom, again, as my colleague says, has no navy, and yet you lost all of those aircraft. You've created such a hostile command environment that no one wants to serve as your chief of staff or work with you in other senior DoD leadership roles. But what we should all be talking about more than all of this is that you have an unjustified, un-American misuse of the military in American cities, pulling resources and attention away from core missions to the detriment of the country, the war fighters, and yes, the war fighting that you claim to love. I don't know if this is because you are too inexperienced and incompetent to understand the real threats facing our country, or if it's because you are just an unqualified yes man who can't tell the president how to keep Americans safe. You are focusing on renaming basis for Confederate generals. You said just now to Senator King that to a man and to a woman, we would rather be associated with the old Confederate names. Well, I am one of those women. I served at Fort Rucker, Alabama, a base that was named for a traitor who took arms against the United States of America, led troops who killed Americans. It was renamed for Mike Novosel, a Medal of Honor recipient who, in his citation for the Medal of Honor, includes that he saved 29 American lives, to include hovering backwards in a helicopter towards an enemy bunker where a wounded American was laying and saved that person, including after being taken fire himself. I know a little something about what it takes to fly a helicopter when you've been hit by enemy fire. That was heroic. I'd rather be associated with Mike Novosel than a failed Confederate traitor. I don't know
Mm.
whether you are inexperienced or too incompetent, but I wonder when you will actually focus on our nation's warfighting mission. We know that California is just a deliberate, systematic, political, and dangerous campaign led by you. We should not be using our military to play cops against Americans. General Kane, as chairman, a key part of your job is to coordinate military planning across the joint force. Is the department currently incorporating into any military plans expanding the use of the reserve forces to include the National Guard or active duty troops to support domestic law enforcement, including in other locations in the United States?
okay. Let me play you one more real quick. If you guys are not watching, who who these people have shown up to be without their budget or anything, asking for more money, talking about the warrior ethos of the warrior ethos and blah, 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 the warrior ethos, and we are going to have the strongest military, and we are trying to instill a warrior. If I hear the fucking term warrior ethos out of this slob again,
Have you given the order? That's all I want to know. It's not theoretical. For the U.S. military, not law enforcement. Have you given the order? That's all I want to know. It's not theoretical. For the U.S. military, not law enforcement. They can arrest all day long. That's their job. Do they have the ability, the uniformed military, to arrest and detain protesters currently today? It's a yes or no thing. Authority.
It's sort of amusing the extent to which
all of this filibustering and all of this, I refuse to accept the premise of your question. You don't have the right to you refuse to accept the premise of my question. My question does not have to be under your approved your approval. My question is my question. But listen, this is who's over our military.
speculation. Troops are given very clear orders.
What is the order? Then list it out for us. Be a man, list it out. Did you authorize them to detain or arrest? That is a fundamental issue of democracy. I'm not trying to be a snot here. I'm just trying to get the actual, did you authorize them to do that?
All of these orders and what they're sent there to do are public. They are
okay, so say it. So say it. Yes or no?
I'd like to.
Please, yes or no?
As I've said time and time again through interruption, they're there to protect law enforcement.
Do they have
ICE
the ability to arrest?
who are trying to do their job, deporting illegals who were allowed in by the previous administration.
So they cannot arrest and detain citizens of the United States, the uniformed military.
As we've stated, if necessary, in their own self-defense, they could temporarily detain and hand over to ICE. But there's no arresting going on. And you know this better than
you. Hold on. But what they can temporarily detain them and give them over to ICE. That doesn't make any sense, because these are, what about the American citizens? You mean that they can arrest and detain American citizens and hand them over to ICE? This is such bullshit. This is who's going to be over the military if your ass decides to get out and protest. Project 2025 already said that they want this country under martial law.
Oh, that's coming guaranteed, so you can't stop that.
The military is already out on your street, and when 4547 signed that executive order to put the military on the street, he did not say he was deploying the military to California or Los Angeles. He said he was deploying the military on the streets. That's what he said.
Everywhere.
That's what his executive order said. It didn't denote one particular state or city within one particular state. No, it's already done.
So he's probably
putting military.
I'm sorry. Go ahead, Happy.
So that's what I'm thinking. So this guy is inconsistent. He is kind of passive, and this is why we're gonna lose, because he's probably setting up these other nations to rule over us, and I'm thinking America's gonna hand us to them.
Now, you speaking a word right there, Happy. That is one good way. Hey, you never know, because they don't care about us. They care about the 0.1 of the 1%. I have prior to this administration, when I was trying to get people to pay attention to this election, I said it's going to be like the Hunger Games out here. They're gonna, like Elon Musk said that he was cutting all of the things that we need. The Consumer Protection Bureau, the the company that makes sure that you're not being robbed and overcharged by banks and corporations, totally cut this out. Everything, all these protections for the regular people have been cut out. And then what did Elon Musk do when it got a little hot? He said, well, who knows? Maybe with all the Doge cut, we'll give Americans a check.
Eli is saying, fuck the US. Eli is like, he knows what's going on. He's like,
E-
fuck this. I'm going to
Elon,
take some of that money, fund a project to create a new planet, to start over and go to Mars. Like, I don't give a shit.
and Elon, let's not forget this dummy right here, this drunken dummy right here. He had Elon Musk scheduled to give a security brief, and Elon Musk, who has all of these business dealings with China, which he did not have to disclose because he was a special government worker, so he didn't have to do all the disclosures of a regular government worker who does a regular government worker who has to do drug tests and who have to disclose all of their conflicts of interest. He had to do none of this, and this ignoramus right here was going to give him all of the details of what they planned if they had to do a strike on China when most of Elon Musk's business we
Mm.
are he get business from us via government welfare, but he got business deals. See, the China ain't giving him nothing. He doing business in China, and this ignoramus was trying to get up here and tell him any plans that we had if we had to strike China. This is who is in charge, and but he refuses to say if he would shoot American citizens in the street on 4547's order. This
Well, I think I think all this is going to be towards the U.S. citizens, and I think America is like, okay, well, you know what? We ran it for so long. It's time to hand it over to these other nations, and we're going to start something called the United Nations, which means we're going to serve the other nations, and we're not going to care about our own. So yeah, it's going to be more on us than it's more on the other nation.
I don't know what it's gonna be, but
That's
they
my guess.
I yeah, that's a good guess. I'm not saying that nothing's wrong with the guess. I'm definitely not saying nothing wrong with the guess.
Corey
I
lover.
uh, I can't take much more happy life. I keep trying, but well, let me finish her line of questioning.
There's
To
no
use
arresting
cyber
of U.S.
tools
personnel.
of the U.S. military against members of the protest. Have you authorized U.S. military cyber tools to investigate people participating in these protests? Yes or no?
Certainly in no way that I'd be aware of.
Okay, that's good. I love that answer. That's great. Have you given the order to be able to shoot at unarmed protesters in any way? I'm just asking the question. Don't laugh. Like the whole country. And by the way, my colleagues
What is
across
that
the
based
aisle.
on? What evidence would you
It
have
is
that an
based
order
on
like that has
Donald
ever
Trump
been given?
giving that order to your predecessor, to a Republican Secretary of Defense, who I give a lot of credit to because he didn't accept the order. He had more guts and balls than you because he said, I'm not going to send in the uniformed military to do something that I know in my gut isn't right. He was asked to shoot at their legs. He wrote that in his book. That's not hearsay. So you're poo-pooing of this. It just shows you don't understand who we are as a country.
He does understand. He was asked this question in his confirmation hearing. It's not like he don't know that was requested of the last person in who had his position in Washington D.C. across from the White House. He wanted that done. No less.
Well, he is afraid of individuals that are asking questions. He was like, man, just relax, just shut up, be quiet, and that's it.
Now they're saying that Hexeth and Tulsi Gabbard are the one who said that they are not enriching uranium. They were not even in the the war room when talks were going on about what he should do about Iran. I, what's Iran. Now, these are his top aides. They weren't even in the room. They said that he was taking more um, uh, he was taking more information in based upon what the Fox News entertainers, because they are not newscasters. He was going more on what Fox News had to say. And this 2 weeks, I'll know in 2 weeks. I'll know what I'm doing in 2 weeks. Always 2 weeks, hoping that you'll forget about it. But I don't know what flew up his ass and had him to do this illegal act. But let's finish. I think we're almost done with her.
Free. Who we are, and all of my colleagues across the aisle, especially the ones that served, should want an apolitical military and not want citizens to be scared of their own military. I love the military. I served alongside my whole life, so I'm worried about you tainting it. Have you given the order? Have you given the order that they can use lethal force against honor? I want the answer to be no. Please tell me it's no. Have you given the order?
Senator, I'd be careful what you read in books and believing it, except for the Bible.
Oh my God.
What? What kind of statement is that?
That's the statement he gave to a very serious question with a smirk on his face. Hey, boss lady. Hey, Candy. Okay, so that's what we're dealing with. These are the people that we're dealing with in our government, and we will see where this strike takes us. Any last word, Happy Life? I appreciate you coming up. It's been good going back and forth with you. Is there any?
Man, I'm shocked that you had me up from over 8 hours. This wouldn't even be normal a year ago.
Yeah, you're right. You're exactly right. But I appreciate your. Everybody has a viewpoint on this, and it does seem like uh, you do have some type of uh, knowledge or understanding about uh, our government and how our governments and things that are ridiculous and are able to put a couple of things together on this. So I appreciate you coming up.
And my final words on this is I would just say stay rich because it's going to be all about the rich. The richer you are, the better your social status is going to be. AIs will say stay in your homes. That will come anyway. Drones are coming. Don't worry about it. So I would say get rich, save your money, and I would say pray a lot.
Mm-hmm.
So I hands crossed. Good night, folks.
All right, it's Happy Life. So y'all heard from Happy Life on the situation. Y'all wouldn't come up. Happy Life joined the conversation, and yeah, ah, this is a lot. So look at Corio. She said, "I'm doing my best, Happy." Bible one book I read every day. So let's go. So yeah, I have taken a little time off. I was busy, and then I overslept one day, and then I said, "Ooh, this feels good." And then I said I was in a couple of chats. I said I will start up my news on Monday. We had, if anybody who had been watching me, I had talked about us. Uh, it looked like we were going to be going to war with Iran months ago. I gave this information months ago. How they were flying near and over Iranian airspace with that B-52 bomber, and lied and said that they were just showing Israel how to do different maneuvers. When in fact, I think that was a overt message to Iran, and all of it has come true. If you guys are not up on Ken, Kit, what is his name? Ken Kick. Let me see if I can find him. Kip Patrick. Uh, I check him out a lot. Some of this stuff is not given to you on video. You actually have to read some of these things. So there's that. Um, Ken Kick Kip Patrick is his name, and he uh, talked about this in his Substack uh, way back in February, and I brought you the information, and it bore out to be absolutely true. He has a lot of unnamed sources, and the things that he comes up with have proven to be spot on. Let me find his link if I can right quick. I appreciate you guys all coming out. We're going to start up the program again on this. And somebody do me a favor. Uh, I don't have a mod in here. Maybe somebody, anybody, can y'all put the number to ICE in here? Because we got a non-cooking dumb bitch on here who had the opportunity to put titties on to help herself look more feminine and put some boulders on her motherfucking chest that hang down to her waist. Now she look like an old granny, Hispanic bitch with nappy hair, who espoused all the goodness and the good things of 45, 47. Would somebody give me the number to ICE so I can check and see if this old dingy ass bitch is over there? The bitch who said that she was going to vote for him because he's about no wars and all that stuff. I see the bitch ain't made her way over here now that she tried to be so provocative in thought when everybody know her brain cells have been eaten up by meth 10 years ago. Somebody's in the back. Is that her? Let me see. No, it's not her. Maria,
It's me.
what's going on?
Hey,
How are you?
I'm fine. I'm doing a lot better. It took me a little bit longer than I thought I would need, but yeah, I'm good. How are you? How have you been?
Oh, I've been good. I've been busy the past couple of weeks, um, but I've been I caught a couple people a couple of days. I just been very very busy, and then I got used to I said, well, fuck it, I'll take a little break. I'll plan next week, and then the next week came, and I said, okay, I'll do next week. So
Well,
I've been off for about 2 weeks.
oh, I know you have because I'm like, did she just pack up and leave? Because it seems like right when I came back and I just started dropping in a few chats, and Alexa wakes me up at 7.
Uh huh.
And yeah, you were nowhere to be found. And I was like, well, and then you came live tonight, and I was like, well, there she is. Okay. So yeah, but did you have a good time? Did you go anywhere fun?
I did have a good time. Me and my husband, we did do a weekend, a
Oh,
Thursday through Monday getaway. Yes,
oh,
I've been having a good time. I've been watching my flowers grow and all that type
oh,
of jazz, and getting my outdoor area. Well, 100%. Uh, Choreo, you missed. Did you miss my crafting and conversations
I
where I
did.
had a project? Let me show you my last project. Is it still on here?
Okay.
Let me see if my oh, I took
While
it
you're
off. Oh,
while
wait a
you're
minute.
looking for it,
This is my last here. This was my last project. I had them do. This is a little bench for my flowers and stuff that we made on crafting and conversations.
that is so pretty.
Yeah, so it's really small. You can put it on your porch or your
Oh,
patio, and you can use the arms, the seat, and all of that. So then I did a craft, and I did a lot more, and I sold out, and I was so happy. So yeah, I'm still going to be doing that.
that is so pretty.
Thank you, Corio. Now,
Oh yeah.
you said in the meantime, what were you going to say?
I forgot what I was gonna say. That took me off my square. I thought you were gonna do like some of that glue stuff you guys usually do. I forget what it's called. That yeah, I wasn't expecting that, Ronnie Q. That was really, really nice.
Oh, thank you. Now,
Yeah.
uh, I wish.
Oh, what was I
Go ahead.
grateful? I, Go ahead. It's gone again. Go ahead.
Oh
Oh,
God.
oh, I was going to tell you, you do have very carries down in the chat. That's what I was going to tell you. You do have a mod down there.
Oh, I'm sorry, Very Carrie. Very Carrie is always here. I omit that she is my mod.
Yeah. Oh, right.
Because I'm Derek Carey. I am so sorry I missed you the other day. I caught your replay. I was like, I didn't get no notifications. I don't know why. And then I unsubscribed and I resubscribed. I didn't get your notification the other day, and I was up and around. So, Corio, would you like your stick back, or you just want to hang back a while? Uh,
You could give it back to me because I plan on um being amongst the living again. I do know I will make yours, but I don't think I'm ever gonna be, kicking it in the chats like I used to. I
uh,
think it's not that there's bigger things going on in the world,
yeah,
and
yeah.
it's just too much for me personally to be in everybody's chat, like I used to be, and things are going on in the world, like if I'd have been in the chats kicking it and talking about dumb shit, I wouldn't even have known that Trump did what he did, because last I had heard he was saying 2 weeks.
Mm-hmm.
His go to, everything's 2 weeks, but I wouldn't even have known we, went to war. So
Mm-hmm.
I just yeah, I don't think it doesn't have the same appeal that it used to. I think I got addicted during COVID. I was
I
okay.
think a lot of us did.
Yeah, I was okay before COVID. Then when COVID hit, I really got addicted, and it just kind of stuck. And I think, now, once I took time off, I got back to my life.
Right.
I forgot I was missing the things, my friend luncheons and just all kind shopping, just all kinds of little stuff. Instead of being on here at night, all night
Uh-huh.
listening to craziness. So, but yeah, I will mod for you because I get up early anyway because I got things to do, work to do. But yeah, so that would be fine if you want to give it back to me. I will gladly take it because I still have all your information that I typed out, so I can still cut and paste. Um,
Okay.
but what I was going to say, oh, I know what it was. I was going to tell you about some of the people you had told me to listen to as far as political news, and I really, really like them. And I was
Mm-hmm.
going to ask you who you're listening to now, because you listen to Tabitha Speaks, right?
I definitely listen to her. I
Okay.
don't play her stuff, but I recommend Tabitha Speaks. Do you listen to Reese Waters?
Yes, I watched him this evening.
Yes.
Um,
Okay.
do you
I Go
I
ahead.
love him. I do. I really like him. Do you listen to? Is it Adam Mockler?
Adam Mogler. Yes,
Yeah.
I listened to him. Did you see? Hey, newbie. Did you see him at the? He had a at the protest in Chicago
Yes. Yes.
live. Hmm.
Yes. Yes.
And I listened to Secular Talk. Oh, I love the guy from Secular Talk. He's married to the Crystal Ball lady. Uh, he's really good.
I don't. I
Let
don't
me. I'm gonna drop his link.
touch him. Oh yeah, please drop it. And I also
With Kyle Kalinske is his name.
no, I don't listen to him. Yeah, drop that. I like is it Brian Taylor? Brian Tyler? I
Brian Tyler. Yeah. Yes, I listened to
it's a
him.
third name. He has three, three Brian Taylor Green or Brian something. I've been checking out Tabitha Speaks recommended this guy named Political Punk. I like him.
I
Um,
heard her talk about him, but I hadn't gone. I think
yeah,
I forgot.
yeah, I like him. He's really he's funny, and he's really good. Who else do I?
Of course, I listened to the Midas Touch.
Oh, the Midas Touch, most definitely,
Hmm.
most definitely. But yeah, there's quite a few I've been listening to, and I've become, because to me, mainstream media, it seems like they've all bent the knee to Trump,
Hmm.
and they're scared to report on things because, these companies are firing reporters, and and so I think people are scared. I think that they're not reporting on it. And so, you guys, if you really want great news reporting and updates, what CNN used to give,
Oh,
you or and, and MSNBC used to give, try out some of these YouTube, what do you want to call them, like news,
a political pundit,
political,
I would call
yeah,
Brian Taylor Cohen.
but
That's who it is. Brian
that's,
Taylor Cohen.
oh, and then there's Farron Balance Farron. Anyway, there's quite a few that you will get good news off of. You don't have to look. I was really finding it hard to find places to get good information. And then I was in here every morning, you were giving us information, and I followed your lead and start listening. And from there you can go to other people, you go to other people, and I
Hmm.
listen to about maybe 8 or 9 people on a regular.
Luke
And
Beasley's another one.
who?
Luke Beasley. I'm gonna drop his link right now. Yeah,
Okay.
he's another good one. Go ahead.
Do you listen to the Bulwark?
A
Bulwark?
Bulwark. Yes,
Yeah, I
yes, I
listen
do.
to him.
Hmm.
So, but yeah,
He's been on MSNBC with Nicole Wallace quite a bit now.
I know,
Uh
I,
huh. I like that
I
for
do,
him.
and she has a new show on MSNBC where it's
Oh,
kind of like a one-on-one interview. Like she'll have a guest, and they'll talk. And
yeah, I saw that.
yeah,
Now another one you must watch Democracy Now.
do I watch that? Is that
Uh,
with the black guy with the fro?
no, it's with the older. Let me. I'm just gonna share my screen to
Okay.
show you who she is. I play a lot of her stuff
Oh, it's a female.
because she is really good. She's an older. Let me see. Let me see. She's an older woman. This is from I'm just gonna share the screen so you can remember who she
Okay.
is.
Okay.
Okay, this is her right here.
Oh no, I don't know who that is. I've never watched you. I've seen her before, but I've
Girl,
never watched her show. But I have seen her.
she's been around for decades. I'm dropping her link in there right now.
Okay, okay.
Okay,
Because you can't get enough. Because there's too much going on. I mean, some of these people, like the Midas Touch, they're coming on 3, 4, 5, 6 times a day. There's so much
and
going
they
on.
do. I like they have. Adam Mokler is from Midas Touch, but now he's building up his own
He
network.
is. Did you sign up for his email?
Yes, I yeah. Oh, girl, girl, you know. And then I say the Luke Beasley. Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Do you watch Occupy Is it Democracy?
Occupy Democracy. Yes, I watch
I-
them too.
yes, yes. So, yeah. So I know we sound like a bunch of political nerds up here, but I've always been a political nerd. And but yeah, I just, like I said, mainstream media and CNN's not doing it for me
Mm-mm.
anymore. I could wring Jake Tapper's neck.
Oh, I was so mad at Jake. Jake Tapper. I flipped off on Jake Tapper one day. Hey, I forget what was going on, and I said, "Wow, Jake Tapper out here talking about what's going on with Biden and selling books
Mhm,
and shit." I was so
mhm.
mad.
He was on, was it NPR? He was on some show,
When
and
somebody called in and told him about himself.
oh, told him, and he didn't do good enough. But I was still all happy and stuff. But I was like,
Uh,
he could have went a bit stronger. But
yeah,
she
yeah.
sounded older, so I gave her that. But yeah, he looked stupid too, didn't he?
Yes, he sure did. I saw that. I was like, oh, yeah, she could have went in a little tougher on him because he is ridiculous.
You,
Always talking. Go ahead.
Don Lemon, are you a lemon head?
I'm a lemon head. I
I'm
am
a lemon
a
head too.
member.
Yeah. You're a member.
I am a member.
Okay, I was kind of debating, but I think I'm gonna go. Doesn't he seem happier?
He does. He
He just
definitely does.
seems so happy.
Now,
But
what about Joy Reid? You know,
no,
she has this channel too.
yeah, I was never a. I don't dislike her,
Oh,
but
she just doesn't do it for you.
and I think I would. I'm not. I don't dislike her. I just forget about her now that she's not on MSNBC any longer. But I must have had something to do or some when she came on, and I would
Now,
always miss her.
Now she does have a little more spunk and fire since she's not on the show, since she's not
Okay,
restricted. You may want to check her out.
okay,
I
okay.
think it's called the read up, or what is it called? You'll find her under Joy Reid.
Yeah, I'll look for it. Okay, I'm glad you reminded me because like I said, when I used to catch her, it was good. I liked her.
Mhm. Now
Something.
you know I still watch Rachel Maddow. I
Oh, that's a
really
staple.
yes, yes, yes. I say for-profit media. That does not include Rachel Maddow. Most nights it doesn't include Ari Melbourne and Chris.
That's my boyfriend in my mind.
Who Ari?
Yeah, that's
Oh well, no, Ari's my boyfriend. He be singing bars to me. He be rapping and everything to me,
yeah.
girl.
He be rapping, quoting Jay and all that. I'm like, oh, he got flavor. Okay, I'm quit. I'm gonna quit.
Yeah. Those are my people.
Yeah,
Don't get it twisted. I still go and check them out to see what they got.
yeah.
Because and Lawrence O'Donnell. I love a good Lawrence O'Donnell can do a good read. Every now and then you'll catch him and I have to add him to the program because he done read something from A to Z because he has so much knowledge.
He does.
Yeah.
Something. I have to catch him. He's not on like my top 5 or 6 because, like I said, I'm so minus touch will do six in a day. Adam has his little people now. They'll do 3. He'll do 4, and so and you're just bouncing back. And I've also been interested in this thing we have going on with the Latino community.
Girl, I ain't something about them. I
I,
ain't something about them.
I'm part of 92%.
Hmm.
I'm resting and moisturizing, but I still think it's interesting to see how they beg, and then when we don't respond, it turns into racial, insensitivity. We'll put it like that. But I'm just saying, I just have so much to look at and stuff that I miss some things.
I understand.
Yeah,
And as far as that protest, the only thing about the protests that interest me was the fact how they brought out the National Guard and how they were using the military. Other than that, and that ain't my fight. You know.
I know, and they so mad about it because.
Mhm.
And they could get mad. They could get mad. As a matter of fact, I put down in the chat earlier. I mean, and I'm not trying to be funny, but seeing what Trump's doing and seeing how things are going, and now we're at war. getting deported might be the best bet.
He may be doing
You
them a
know
favor
what I'm
and us a disservice, huh?
you know what I'm saying? It's like, damn, yeah, at least y'all be in Cuba. Y'all won't be in the line of fire. But yeah. But anyway, I just wanted to come up, let you know you did have a mod in the chat. And I just wanted to chit chat with you because you my girl.
You my girl as well. Now
Um,
there's two more that I wanted to
okay.
status quo.
No, I don't know that one either.
And more perfect union. Girl,
Oh,
I
do
did
you watch I've Had It?
I've had it, girl.
Oh,
Yes,
those my
girl.
bitches. Those are my I love-
Yes. Now you know, she used to have a interior design show on Bravo.
is that's where I know her
Yeah.
from.
And Pumps used to be the fat friend, and I was like, "Did Pumps lose weight or
Pump
something?"
was
And then
good.
one time I heard her say, I take the fat shot, so I'm not trying to fat shame." I was like, "That is the
That is her. Yes.
yes,
Yes, because Pump's got she's got guns. I mean, she looks good.
yeah."
She
She
really
looks
looks.
really good. Yeah,
Yes,
I watched them and what was it?
it
More
cracks me
Perfect
up
Union.
more.
More
Yeah,
Perfect Union and Status Quo.
yeah,
More Perfect Union, it does little short stories, kind of like that video I was showing today.
hmm
It breaks things down
hmm
like uh, it broke down that uh, the insurance guy who got unalive. It broke down their payment structure and how they misuse AI to deny clients and all of that. So I like them. They give you the full story. They
okay.
recently did a story about how Elon Musk is using all those generators in Memphis to build his new AI operation, and how it is poisoning the black residents of Memphis, where he is building this plant at warp time speed, and he never even bothered to get a permit for one generator, less the 33 that he is
I,
using on this plant. And these are generators that they use in rescue efforts to light up the whole town and all this type of stuff. That type of power he's emitting to the air with no permits.
I can't. I'm so sick of Here's the thing. They said that Elon, what's his name? Peter,
Mhm.
him, and there was another one, the billionaire, part of the billionaire club of the administration.
Was it David Sachs?
No, it
No,
was,
he's not part of the administration.
and this one is, and what's the name of the guy, the head of Fox News, Murdoch? He's Australian.
Uh huh.
Peter Thiel, I think, I forget where he.
South African. South
Okay,
African.
and yes, and then you got, uh,
Elon, South African.
yeah, the
And
addict.
the other one is from somewhere else. I know who you're talking about.
Okay,
Yeah, go ahead.
they were talking about on I've Had It, how these white men from out of the country
Mm-hmm.
come in here, make billions off of us. We give them tax breaks, we give them contracts, and they just make billions off of us. And then Trump comes in and he wants to give them more and more and more. And they were saying how when stuff hits the fan, all these men have to do is pack up and go home
Exactly.
and leave us.
Mm-hmm.
And it's just amazing. But what I wanted to tell you is, did you see this story with Adam? There's a guy, he does the hiring and does the back, and
And
he's a Russian spy, girl.
and hasn't even filled out his paperwork, and he is vetting everybody else.
Yeah,
These sycophants that Project 2025 said that we're going to be taking the jobs of these the bureaucracy of the government workers, and they were going to fill the jobs with Trump loyalists.
yeah.
This man, he will not. He says he wasn't born in Russia, but he refuses to say where he was
Where
born.
he was born.
And go ahead.
And there's some guy, he's a sports, he's a is a sports car driver. What's one of those people when they race car driver? And
Mm-hmm.
he said that he knew him and he knows that he's from Russia because the guy that's the race car driver, he's from the Eastern Bloc over in there somewhere, and he
Mm-hmm.
says he knows this guy's from Russia and that he feels like he's been sent here. He's a Russian spy, and that's the reason why Trump likes him because he was probably recommended by
Mm-hmm.
some Russian, and Trump's just not telling it. And because Trump trusts everybody because he thinks he's the man. He
Yeah.
thinks he can read people. He thinks, he can see people for who they are. And this guy is a Russian sitting beside him.
Mm-hmm.
That's not even his real name.
Yeah. And I'm gonna play. I'm gonna play that. Thank you for giving me that
I
information.
know. I'm sorry.
Reminding me. I watched that, but I think that this is important. It could be a whole Russia spy.
Yeah, I think yeah. And they said with Hegseth, Russia and China are just running through our information.
Oh yeah,
And the drug addict.
a must.
Yes.
Yeah, it's ridiculous. It's really ridiculous. And if they pass this bill, when all of the stuff stop that they have in this bill, and if they don't pass this bill, all of the stuff is going to stop based upon these billionaires having control of our information. We're going to wake up one day, and it's going to be a whole reboot on this country. And people don't understand how important it is to have these barriers to prevent things from happening. And now people are unaware. They think that everything's going to be okay. Everything you're going to have to participate in making sure that stuff stays okay at this point.
Right. You know what I think? I honestly think because let me tell you something. There's nothing more dangerous than a broke, mentally and physically and monetarily broke white man. And these white men are going to start losing stuff and not being able to feed their 5 kids. And you know what I'm saying? Because their wives never worked because they sat at home and were housewives. And I think that they're going to be the ones that starts lighting up stuff because these little peaceful protests that they're having. I saw this one white lady. She took her kids with her. She said that she thought it would be a good idea if maybe they could put bouncy houses out there so the kids could have something to do while she protested. So, um, yeah, I think that that's what's going to happen. I think it's going to be them because see, Trump and those guys will listen to the white man, other white.
Hmm. Hmm.
They'll be scared of them. They don't care about minorities or anything. So I think that's probably what's going to happen. But go ahead.
Now, what do you think about we now? I would somebody was on Room Shakers, and he was like, "Well, how come nobody complained about Barack Obama?" And he was the he a deported more people than any. Yeah, because he did it legally. Because he didn't put on a game show with Dr. Phil and Kiss Christine Nome dressing up in costumes. Yes, it can be done legally. But all of this show and Stephen Miller demanding that 3,000 people a day be deported, and now they're out here ragtagging any and everybody because they did it the way it was supposed to be done. They wasn't they wasn't trying to sneak and show up in courtrooms and drag people away. The way that they're doing it is unnecessary. Why don't they contact Obama and ask him and how did he do it, or just do it the way that Obama did it? No, they have to be above and beyond Obama and at any cost. And did you see the black veteran who was going to a VA appointment who got detained by the National Guard?
Yes.
in LA. Now, what do you think about 45, 47 now saying, "Oh, well, we got to be careful because we love our farmers and we can't maybe the people who employ the farmers they can be responsible for the farmers and and people who work in the resort industry or the what do you call it the industry that he had hotels and all of that, the service industry.
Mhm.
Now we don't want them to be tough, and then turned around the next day and said everybody gotta go, everybody gotta go.
That
So
was so weird to me.
I
Oh my.
know. Now, when are they going to do a raid on Mar-a-Lago or Westminster's golf course for all of their undocumented people?
Girl,
When they going to go there?
girl. Here's another thing that I found very no, go ahead. Go ahead. You were going to show us something and I'll talk about it
No,
on.
no, no. Go ahead. Go ahead.
What I find really weird is that I don't know. Go ahead. Go ahead and I'll pick it up after you
There
finish.
was something else I wanted to say. Okay, so I forgot. Look, both of us have it. You say what you're going to say.
I don't forgot it now when you said you were gonna say it. Oh my god. There's probably two people in your chat now.
Mm-mm.
Um let's see. I don't remember. And it was good too, Ronnie Q.
Two people up here having a brain because it's so much. It's just so much to talk about. So they haven't gone to his golf courses. This is a lot. It's just too much going on, and I was very pissed at that Supreme that appeals court judge saying
I
that
know.
girl,
That he could keep control of the National Guard. Is that what you're?
girl.
Yeah, I didn't understand. I didn't even. I was so upset when I read the title of a video that I didn't even listen to the video, so I don't even know the reasoning behind him because really those people aren't being, awful. If it's peaceful for the most part, it is very very peaceful. So I don't understand why Newsom couldn't get control of his national because the police chief said that they're more than
And
how
then why does he keep saying that the police chief begged him to come when you got the letter from the police chief saying that he didn't need him and he steady Los Angeles would be burned to the ground. I didn't see anything burning in Los Angeles. What
no,
what is all this burnt to the ground analogy about?
because nobody calls him on his shit, and all these news agencies have bent the knee, so they don't report on his lies anymore. He lies on. They did. He's underwater in the polls,
Mm-hmm.
and so now you read the one where he's anti Fox News now?
Yes, yes, he's mad at Fox and their fake polls. Now, did you hear about how what is this the soccer thing that's supposed to be coming here? They
The
can't
what?
sell any tickets. They said that tickets were selling for like $360 are now selling for $16
For
because so many people don't want to come here.
for what?
The
Oh,
FIFA that soccer FIFA
yes,
soccer
five.
tournament.
Yes. Yeah, and that's sad because the majority of people that like soccer here, all over the world, a lot
Mhm.
of them are Latin Americans,
Mhm.
and so
Exactly.
they're scared. They're scared to go because ICE will swarm the place and try to arrest all of them.
Exactly.
So did you see where the Pope sent his bishop and
Where?
a lot of Catholic priests to the courthouse today?
No.
Because it was National Immigration Day. It was either today or yesterday. I think
Oh.
it was National Immigration Day. I think it might have been yesterday. And so the Pope wrote, he chose a bishop. I think that's what they're called. I can't remember, but one of the cheeses here in America. He chose him. His last name is Pham. I think Pham, and
Mhm.
he told him your first assignment will be for Immigration Day. I want you and you gather in San Diego. You gather all, as many priests and clergymen that you can, and you escort the immigrants into the courtroom for the day, and you stand there. And when they come out, you escort them out. Girl, do you know ICE pulled out, backed up, and left? And every single immigrant that had an appointment, I think it was yesterday, they
Mm-hmm.
had no issues. They went
Had
in.
it yesterday. Yeah.
Yeah, they went in. They had their, they saw the judge, and they left, and no one got arrested. Sure did. They bossed up. The Pope bossed up on him. You hear me?
You know the Pope got a little black in him. He's
He
part
from Chicago.
Creole and no, he is no his actual heritage is part
Oh,
Creole and I forget what else.
oh, I didn't know that.
Creole is something. Yeah.
Just thought he
If
was
somebody in the
white.
chat remember yeah, so they're saying he's really the first black pope.
Oh, for real? Okay, I did not know that. I knew he was from Chicago, but
Yeah.
yeah. Okay,
His roots are from Creole and somewhere else.
really?
Black to me.
Oh, okay. See, I haven't really paid any attention. I have my own issue. I grew up Catholic, and so I have my own issues with the Catholic Church. So
Uh-huh.
yeah, it's really nice. It's really cute. I didn't pay too much attention. I was shocked and kind of pleased that it was finally one from America, and he was
Hmm.
from Chicago. But I didn't go too much further into it. So that's good to know. That's good.
Yeah. Look it up. I forget the other part. It's two parts, which
Well,
are very black to me.
okay.
That I will say that.
Yeah.
Because I got some people in my family, you can see the veins in their faces, necks, and the blue veins. Yes, indeed. Hmm.
Well, did you want to pull that up, or you not gonna
Oh,
do?
you want to watch it with me?
Yeah, I'll watch it with you, but I don't want to keep you. And I know the people
Oh no, you're not. You're not keeping me at
are
all.
the tomatoes in the chat. You're probably throwing tomatoes. Okay.
Okay, let me. I want to share. I'm glad. Us. He got a new video of Trump speaks like an idiot after bombing Iran. I did notice he said something about the nuclear warhead or something real odd.
Mm.
Okay. Tu- tu- tu.
I forgot what you said you were going to show.
Huh?
I forgot what you said. Now, what you said
The
you.
where the spy.
Oh, yes, yes, yes.
Okay. Let me
And he
see.
looks odd too. But
He
anyway.
does. Let me see. Where is it? It's so far. Why is it so far down? Maybe it was on the live. Maybe it was on his live feed because I was on his live feed.
Who? Adam.
Hmm.
Was it Adam? Are you talking about Adam?
Adam.
Okay.
Yes.
See, I didn't catch it live. I caught it after, I watched the replay. Girl, I've forgotten YouTube terminology. It's been what, about 5 months? I forgot. Replay. Okay.
And people have been asking about you. Where's Corio? Where?
Oh,
How is she? So anytime I say, "Oh, she's just taking a break," she just chilling out, taking a break.
yeah. That's so sweet. I missed everybody too. I miss, seeing my people. I have no idea what's going on. None whatsoever. So,
I can't find it. I just watched it today. I just got the. Let me see if I can find it under my notifications because I just got the notification today. Didn't it come out today?
I think it did. I think I did. Yeah, I watched it earlier today. Yes, because
Pondering politics. That's another one you got to check out.
pondering politics.
I'll drop the. I'll drop. He
Have
is.
you have you noticed how the Young Turks have changed so
Yeah.
much that
Ah. Mm-hmm.
I could bitch slap Anna and
Oh yes.
I mean she's just turned into a whole racist Republican, like over what the last year. I mean, and think both of them bit the knee to Trump. I'm just so disappointed in political punk, the one I told you about. He wears them out. You hear me on a daily, but go ahead.
Now, Anna, do you see that new show she's on with Jillian Michaels?
Yeah.
Like the View show, and Jillian Michaels is a whole deadhead who wants to act like she knows so much, and she changes her stance from the start of the show to the end of the show.
Yeah, and she
Go
has she adopted, her and her wife adopted black kids, and that's why I just kind of look at her with the side eye,
ahead.
like you're raising black children. You need to check yourself.
Mm. So there's pondering politics. Let me. I can't find Adam's video.
Mm.
That's weird because
You think he took it down?
I doubt it. Let me see. If he's not the only, uh, let me see. Let me see if I can find it under here.
I don't
Oh no!
know.
Anytime I put uh, his name in, all of this stuff is coming up about the strike.
Hmm.
I'm sorry, I can't find
That's
it.
okay.
Let me show this. Keith Edwards. He's a new guy that I'm following. I think he covered it as well. Let me
Okay.
see. Keith Edwards. Maybe that's who I saw it under. Okay. Yes. I'm gonna put his link in there. Yes, Keith Edward. White House panics as top official exposed as Russian spy. I knew I saw this today.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Okay.
So
Okay.
see you guys in the chat. We got Trump is so effing dumb. He's got an actual Russian spy who's vetting the employees of the White House. So he gets to know all their information, where they went, where they live, what they're going to be doing. He gets to wheedle around in files. He gets to
And he
go
gets
ahead.
to go through all of their personal information, all
Yeah,
the way up into their internet posts and
yeah.
all of this. Go ahead.
And he probably gets to see stuff on Trump's desk. He probably sits in on meetings and oversees
Mhm.
things. He's a whole Russian spy, guys. But go ahead.
Okay, so let me play this for you. Thank you for reminding me about that. I knew I saw it.
Girl,
Uh,
got you. I'm an unpolitical nerd. Go ahead.
I'm gonna drop his link in the chat too.
Okay.
This is somebody new. I've started following. So here we go. Let me expand the screen. Okay, here we go.
Okay.
Foreign spy into the White House who has not gone through a security clearance. And we know that Donald Trump has connections to Russia. We don't know how deep they are because, as I'm going to show you, he has curtailed many investigations through lawyers and the way, as he has with other investigations. But there is definitely something there. And let us not forget, as one reporter put it, I spent 4 decades dealing with Soviet and then Russian intelligence services, their stunts and their provocations. I've been interrogated by the KGB incompetently. I've written a book on East-West espionage. I agree that Trump's past conduct is highly questionable. Circumstantial evidence of Russia mischief abounds. He would certainly fail even the most basic check for security clearance. And 2 retired Russian spies have alleged that Trump was compromised on his trip to the Soviet Union in 1987, and given the codename Krasnov, Trump could have well succumbed to the KGB's trademark cocktail flattery and blackmail on that trip. I mean, are we at all surprised that Donald Trump could be blackmailed or just bribed with flattery and money? That seems textbook Trump. I can also believe that Russia funneled money to Trump in the 1990s to keep his near bankrupt business empire afloat. Now, that's not even, you don't have to believe that. That is something we know to be true. It's something that he has said before. Trump's own family has acknowledged his dependence on Russian money without ever saying where in Russia it came from. In September 2008, at the Bridging U.S. and Emerging Markets Real Estate Conference in New York, his eldest son, Donald Trump Jr., said, quote, in terms of high-end product influx into the United States, Russians make up a pretty disproportionate cross-section of a lot of our assets. we see a lot of money pouring in from Russia. The Mueller investigation was explicit in saying that not enough evidence existed to make it impossible for them to exonerate Trump from coordinating with Russia. And MAGA loves to say that it was a rush, that the whole thing was a witch hunt. They actually didn't know. And the reason why Mueller couldn't investigate the way he wanted to is because Donald Trump was president. He was able to curtail the investigation through lawyers. And also, it was so partisan that there was no real opportunity for Mueller to gather information through subpoenas and all that sort of stuff because it was so cut off by the Republicans. And Trump has consistently defended Putin, or at least refused to criticize him. This goes back to the infamous moment at their first formal summit in Helsinki in July 2018, when Trump took Putin's point of view after he was asked whether he believed the Russian president or his own intelligence agencies about the allegations of Russia meddling in the 2016 U.S. election. And as I showed you yesterday, Donald Trump is back at it, where he is saying that U.S. intelligence is wrong when it comes to Iran not building nuclear facilities, which his own director of national intelligence said was not happening. And he says, well, he doesn't trust her. Well, where is he getting his intelligence from? Could it be Russia? And Russia did help in the 2016 election. They also, this is something I don't think we talk enough about, quite frankly, that there were hoax bomb threats linked to Russia that targeted polling places in battleground states, in Georgia, in Philadelphia, and polling places had to shut down. And in an election that was as close as it was between Kamala Harris and Donald Trump, something that this really could have tipped the scales. And Donald Trump also, there's so much. Donald Trump also said this.
That a person in our government, Katie, would delete or get rid of 33,000 emails. That gives me a big problem. After she gets a subpoena, she gets subpoenaed and she gets rid of 33,000 emails. That gives me a problem. Now, if Russia or China or any other country has those emails, I mean, to be honest with you, I'd love to see them. Russia, if you're listening, I hope you're able to find the 30,000 emails that are missing. I think you will probably be rewarded mightily by our press.
Well, Russia was listening because shortly after asking that, when Trump asked Russia to find Clinton's emails on or around the same day, Russians targeted her accounts. And then that's when we got all of those emails sent from WikiLeaks because Russia hacked her personal accounts and then released them to WikiLeaks. That is matter of fact. Donald Trump said this, Russia did this, and then that happened. And again, that very well could have tipped the scales because it was nonstop negative news about Hillary Clinton and her emails, which seems so small now. And now we have this new report where a powerful Trump aide who's in charge of vetting thousands of staffers still hasn't been vetted himself. One of the most powerful men in the Trump administration tasked with vetting thousands of staffers hasn't been fully vetted himself, the Post has learned. His name is Sergio Gore. He's the director of presidential personnel, and he recently convinced Trump to yank Elon Musk's endorsed nominee for NASA, LOL. Gore is 38, is in charge of picking about 4,000 executive branch staff to implement Trump's agenda, and he's done so by poring over old tweets, political donations, and remarks to ensure loyalty to the president. But 3 administration insiders told the Post that the veteran chief has not turned in his standard Form 86 or SF-86, a more than 100-page set of questions required for officials who need security clearances. Among the questions applicants must answer under threat of criminal penalties is where they were born and whether they have any foreign connections. Well, Gore claims to be from the island of Malta, though any official there could not confirm his birthplace. Interesting, huh? When provided his exact birthday, saying no acts are registered with the provided details. Weird. Gore declined to divulge his birthplace to the Post other than to say it was not Russia. I'm not from Russia, I promise. Why is everyone asking I'm from Russia? I'm not there. I'm not from there. I'm not going to tell you from where, but not Russia. Really believable stuff. It seemed like, quote, Lady Doth protests too much, methinks type situation, said one official off the record. Like, why are you going so crazy about not wanting to fill this out? The form includes questions on birthplace and all former places lived, foreign contacts and family members, foreign funding, drug use, and more. The White House told the Post and Gore has completed the form, but would not say when he intends to submit it. It's really weird. He says he has the form completed, but it's not going to submit it, maybe in 2 weeks. And this man is vital part of the White House, according to Trump. We don't know where he's born. We don't know where he was born. We don't know anything about his foreign connections. And as we've seen, as I showed you, Donald Trump has clear ties and has been helped many times over by Russia. And now he's also saying that he doesn't trust his intelligence again. This all could be very easily cleared up if that man would just submit those forms. But something tells me it's not going to happen in 2 weeks. It's never going to happen. Thank you so much for watching. If you like this video, please hit like in the video. If you're not surprised.
Hey, that's Keith Edwards. His link is in the chat. He's very good. He has some good videos out. Very informative.
Okay.
Corey,
yeah,
is that the story you were talking about?
Yes, that's the exact story I was talking about. And I just think that it's very interesting.
It's very scary. Like the only emperor said, this is beyond scary mess. This is it makes you feel like everybody is out of the loop on what the real agenda is for America. I'm I'm
Yeah,
sounding like your boy Happy.
yeah, I think right. I think that Project 22, Project 2025, like dumbass Stephen Miller and that that guy with the glasses, that ass over that foundation, the Heritage Foundation. I think they thought they were doing their big one with 2025, but I
Uh,
think that Trump is on a whole nother level
well, you
being
missed the story. They
being used. Hmm.
you may have missed the story. The architect of the whole Project 2025, when it came out that during the election cycle that Trump was going to be implementing Project 2025, he had to leave the Heritage Foundation, the actual architect. Now, other people like Stephen Miller, Russell Vogt, who is over the Office of Management and Budget, he is one of the co-authors of Project 2025. Now he's in the administration. So this man had to leave because the heat was getting too hot. And they interviewed him a couple of months ago, and I think it was in March. And he said that he is pleasantly surprised, and he would not have thought that they would be able to implement so many things in Project 2025. And he's amazed at the quickness in which 4547 has been able to smoothly implement the program.
But has it been smoothly though, sir? Has it really been smoothly? And is that the guy with the no, no, no,
No,
no,
no, no.
with the glass?
This is a brunette guy. He's not
Okay,
heavy set. He's a thicker guy. I'd never seen him before. I forget his
okay,
name. But
okay.
go ahead.
I'm talking about the guy. Okay, so we're not. Okay, so
You're talking about Russell Vogt with the short cropped
yeah,
haircut. That's
yeah.
Russell Vogt.
Okay. He
Yeah,
was in the Office of Budget and
man.
right.
Mhm.
So they took him out of that and put him over Doge.
Maybe maybe they didn't take him out. Maybe they just added Doge to him
Mm.
because the Office of Budget and Management, he had to have a confirmation hearing and everything. I think it's a more prestigious position. So
Mm.
we may be talking about two
You,
different people.
we are. We
Yeah.
might because there's so many assholes running around in there. Yeah, you can easily get it mixed up. But yeah, I don't think it's been smoothly. I really don't think it's been smoothly. And I really had hopes that before this happened today that I could just see it slowly crumbling because I think Trump is sick. I think
I
he's
think he
sick.
is well. I think he is as well.
Mm.
You see the stories that they think he's wearing some type of catheter.
Yes, girl, the bulge was there. Did you see that bulge?
Yes,
And,
girl.
and did you see the picture from behind where it looked like he had on
Yeah.
braces? But
And
that
did you see that big old swollen ankle?
yes, and they showed the catheter and the way you hook it up. It
Mm-hmm.
is wrapped around your calf like that,
Yep.
and then so it
And
looks.
he swing it out. I wonder if there's a swishing sound when he walks. Because he swings
Well,
at a
they
little.
said that he was urinating on himself on the campaign trail.
Sure did. Sure did.
They said he had a couple urinary accidents. So it kind of all feeds in, and I really think, he's sickly. And let me just tell you something. I wake up every morning looking at the obituaries. You hear me?
But
Every morning.
JD Vance, see now that this is what I don't get. JD Vance is 100 times worse. Because JD Vance, I did a video where this guy from TikTok said they took his video down because he connected all of the people, all of the Nazi sympathizers that JD Vance follows and retweets out and all of this type of stuff. And they took his video down off of TikTok for just saying who JD Vance follows, and a whole lot of right wing, not Nazi sympathizers.
Mm-hmm.
I did the story about how he is always quoting who was this Curtis Yarvin, who is a whole Nazi sympathizer who said the Holocaust didn't even happen, but
Yeah.
they are trying to pretend like they care about anti-Semitism at the same time. They are trying to uh, hurt these institutions. See, I don't give a fuck about Harvard. You see, you got to give a fuck about something. When it's happening to Harvard, Harvard ain't never did nothing for me. Harvard was created by a bunch of state slave loving state slave owners. But
Right.
you got to understand that you got to look at what is being allowed for them to do under these policies, and once they break in, that's just like saying once somebody find an easy way to rob a bank, they ain't gonna go back and rob it again if they ain't caught. So you have to worry about the policy and the precedent that is being set, allowing them to do these things. Now, they say that they are so mad at Harvard because they fostered a attitude of anti-Semitism. That guy who Ami Camille, who just got released from prison today,
Mm-hmm.
missed his because he had a protest. They said that he was working with Hamas, all of this type of stuff. All of it was that he was supporting the Palestinians, and they came out in front of cameras and said that he was this, that, and the other. But in court, they never argued any of the things that they said in front of the cameras about him being a part of Hamas and connected to Hamas rings. None of this shit was argued in court, but they still kept him detained. And a judge had ordered him released prior to today. He missed his first child being born. So you got to worry about these type of presidents under the lie that they care about anti-Semitism. And
Right.
when you have J.D. Vance sitting up here quoting Curtis Yarvin in his interviews, it's all bullshit.
Right. Right. Did you see the Tucker Carlson TED?
Girl.
And I hate to say it because Tucker Carlson is a racist piece of shit,
Hmm.
but he was wearing Ted.
Ward him out. You wait a minute. You want to invade a country and you don't even know. I don't. I don't. I don't memorize the number of people who are in a country. No, you don't know anything about this country. You just blowing smoke up. Girl, it was so good.
When you allow someone, Don Lemon said this, when you allowed Trump to disrespect your wife way back when,
And your mom and your daddy.
and your daddy, and you didn't do anything about it, you didn't say anything about it, you didn't even push back at all.
Hmm.
They don't have any respect for
No
you.
respect.
You a pick me, and they're gonna do you any kind of way they want to, because they know they can. And so he wore. I didn't feel bad for him because I didn't feel bad for him. I got went and made a drink and popped a what's those things I eat all the time, an edible, and
Edible.
watched it about 2 or 3 times in a row. It was so
Girl.
enjoyable.
Yes, it was.
Oh,
Yes, it was.
it was so bad.
I've
But
seen a couple of more clips on it. TYT, they bent the knee, and now they're trying to at least Cenk Uger is trying to take it back. He's been on the Morgan show several times, fighting. He just have the three of them against Unger, and he's trying to take it back, but Anna, she's lost. And these liberal progressives, and they talk about them so poorly, and trying to understand Charlie Kirk and all of these right wing nut jobs. Oh, it's just disgusting. And their numbers show that people are disgusted with them. You notice that when they go live, there is no chat open.
Yeah, no, 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 there
Mm-hmm.
isn't. And I think that's why she jumped ship.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's why, but I don't think that show's going to last either because they have a bunch of losers.
Yeah, a bunch of the
Unappealing.
same thought.
Yeah, unappealing. They're not even good eye candy. You know what I'm saying? It's just like, y'all ain't even cute. Y'all not smart. You're not appealing. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. And
It's
Jill,
not-
and girl, did you see the show when they had this guy up there going back and forth supporting Israel with Anna, and she was giving him the business, I must admit. And then he reached in his pocket, which let you know that he had organized this in his thought that this would be a good thing to do, and he pulled out a tampon and he threw it across the table. She sitting on her end, he was sitting on the whole other end. So he threw it across those other three women. Uh, and then the one who was sitting next to Anna, she was like in her computer, and Jillian Michaels, her mouth flew open, and then she saw, and she looked at the other girl who was in her computer, and she didn't open her mouth, and then she put her head down and went in her computer, like like try to pretend like they didn't see that misogyny happen on their channel and didn't say a word. And then Anna, she was like, "Oh, I'm not worried about that. Oh, you have a good prop and blah, blah, blah." And I was just like, "Are you serious?" They said nothing about him throwing a tampon across at her
I
about.
heard. I think I heard about that, but I didn't see because I refused to ever watch that show again.
I didn't watch that show. I saw it
Oh,
on
the
one of
clip.
the news people who I watched highlighted it. I think
Okay.
it was Vanguard. Oh, the Vanguard. There are good show. Oh, they've been. Oh, the Vanguard. They have been ripping Anna and TYT. Oh, they've been dragging them. I
Oh,
tell you.
I have to yeah, I'm gonna have to because I watch political punk for that. He wears them out so it's really sad. It
Yeah.
really is because I used to love that show. I think that was my first outside of yeah, I think that was my first political show I watched,
And
really, for the most
yeah, and I hated that.
on YouTube on, social media.
I hated that Rashad Ritchie is on that channel. And what's the guy who comes on before Rashad Ritchie? He's really good. The Damage Report. I do like the Damage Report because
I do too.
yeah. So, but they're on that show. You notice that most of the black people have left that show. So, what's that Asian chick? She has her own channel. I'm a member of her. She tried to have her and Jank. They had to sit down, and she was thinking about leaving the show because she was uncomfortable, and it didn't go well. And he went on. He went back on his show and just dragged her and demeaned her
Oh,
for some good things that she was saying. She's like, "Hey, I'm trying to understand you," and she wasn't being disrespectful or anything. And then I think he fired her.
that he I don't get it. And you know who else has changed a lot too is what's that dude on Mayor or on HBO? They might as well pack him
Oh,
up.
Bill Maher. Oh
Yes,
my
but it's
God.
like what the hell happened? What is going on with all these past progressives, liberals? It's like they're all this second term of Trump. It's like they've all kind of I don't know, drank the Kool-Aid. Have you noticed that?
Yeah.
I,
Yeah, I have noticed that.
it's like it's strange to me. It's like these people were Barack Obama down to the ground. They, you know what I'm saying? They were against Trump the first term, and then they were for Biden, and then now Trump's in there. It's like they're giving Fox News talking points. I don't understand it. I used to watch Morning Joe. I used to
Oh,
love wife. You
Ugh.
know, what's her name? But now,
As soon as he did that, I drug him. It was something happened on Morning Joe. I refused to play it off of Morning Joe. I had to play. I had to wait until somebody talked about it. I refuse.
I know. I
And
know.
I drugged Bill Maher when he went to meet the president and tried to act like he was so cutie, and anybody who said anything about it, it was something wrong with you. Are
Mm-hmm.
you serious?
It's amazing to me how you know Chris what's his brother was the mayor, I mean the governor of New York,
Chris
Cuomo.
Como. Oh
You
my
know
god. Oh my god.
his show, YouTube show. It's
But
like, are
but
you
even he's on that other network as well.
OAN or
OAN.
yeah? And it's I know it's like, what in the world? Your father was the Democratic governor of New York. Your brother was the Democratic, governor of New York. You were a big liberal on CNN, and now that you got fired or let go, whatever, now you're on a concern. It's just Don Lemon is the only one on CNN that that hasn't changed.
And you know what killed me? Unfortunately, I have to hear CNN when my husband come on. That is his guilty pleasure.
Hmm.
I think he wants to know what's going on in the day, and I'll let them do their stories. I try to be quiet. And you sit there and you listen to them. Just repeat. They do no pushback when they know better. They know better.
I
And
think
go
I
ahead.
think it's the new CEO. I think it's the new guy. Remember they got after when Biden became president, they got rid of the old guy at the top, and they got this new conservative guy at the top of CNN, and that's when he started firing people.
But the guy who fired Don Lemon got fired 2 weeks later. Did you know that?
No, I did not
Yes,
see.
he did. He got fired 2 weeks later. So there is still the same type of person in there. Yeah, he got fired. Google it. Check it out. I
Well, I
talked
wonder
about
why,
that.
because I
Now,
never understood why they would have. Because I mean, Don Lemon, he didn't give up. He pushed and pushed. He wasn't going to fold. And I think
hmm
wondering if that, and because he was gay,
hmm
and they had that new conservative leadership, if that might have been, and black, if all of
and then what did they get him with? The same racist thing that this white woman doesn't feel comfortable around you.
mm,
You made this white woman feel uncomfortable.
mm-hmm,
Now,
mm-hmm.
Rebel HQ, I just dropped them in the link.
I love that's the one with the black guy.
Okay, yes, yes.
Yes, I love him. Yes.
So, you guys, who, if Nurse Noreen, everybody who came in late, thank you for being here. If you came in late, I have dropped a lot of video that you can watch if you're sick of CNN. Girl, I was sitting up here and I just left the room and I heard CNN talking in the hall when I was in the hallway,
Uh-huh.
and I just started talking back. Yeah, but well, you ain't saying this, you ain't saying that, and then my husband just started laughing. He said, what is wrong with you? I said, I can't believe that they're just sitting up here, just letting them say this stuff when they know this, that, and the other. And what about blah, 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 blah. And then he was like, oh my God, you are the news person. I said, listen, don't play with me. How many times have you sat up there and watched the news and you didn't know shit was going on until I told you?
And
Who broke this story? Who broke that story? Who told you this? Did CNN tell you this? No, no, no. He's like, damn. And he got to admit it because you gotta branch out. Uh,
you do.
yeah,
What's that? Dana, is it Dana Bash?
Dana Bash.
And then what's the black the black
Oh,
the
Ivy.
they're both so soft spoken.
Oh,
Men
I
start talking loud and talking all over them, interrupting them, and they're still, oh well, wait a minute,
wait a
wait
minute.
a minute. I need to you
Abby Phillip.
Yes. Wait a minute. And they're just
Hold
steady
on, hold
over
on. We
interrupt.
can't hear. Hold on.
Wait,
Wait a minute. Wait a minute. And she don't say she just don't put the hammer down and say, listen, I need you to talk one at a time because people can't understand what is being said. And shut she should have buttons to shut their fucking mics.
that's
Period.
because the between the both of them trying to be the ultimate in femininity, because you can tell that there's a conservative at more ways than this, but that's another way you can tell that there's a conservative over CNN now because the women act so demure. Yeah, don't. Well, you didn't let me fit. Well, okay. Well, let me just fit. Okay, and it's like tell them to be quiet. You have something to say and let you finish. But they do, and it's just like all their interviews are wastes of time. They're just a waste of time.
Oh
But
God.
but
I'd be so mad when I watch. When sometimes when my husband come on, she has two shows. She has one where people are drinking in the background, like at tables. Have you seen
who?
Abby Phillip?
No,
She
huh?
has, yes, she has a show where they are drinking in the background, like at little tables in the station for some reason. It's like I guess they're trying to give you some type of restaurant vibe or something. And she have the same people on there that old repugnant what's his name what is his name? The Republican, the white guy who's always in his feelings and turning his face up and all of this. What Scott Jennings? He's always on both shows, and then she has the regular round table where they're talking all over each other. And Anna Navarro, she's gotten real bad at it. She'll tell her to stop, and she'd be like, "No, let me finish what I'm saying," and they just keep on talking. I'm sick.
I
I can't.
like Anna Navarro, and
I like her, but
if
I
they're
don't like
going
her
to
disrespecting that black woman.
well, you know what? Then the black woman ought to open her mouth and put her best foot forward. She know better than that. She know when she's not in CNN, she acts. She knows what to do.
Exactly. That's
So
my whole point. That's why she's starting to
yeah,
piss me off.
yeah. But you on there? Oh no! Oh, like she's going to fall with the vapors. You know how they did in Gone with the Wind. It's like, girl, come on now. And so and at least Anna is a Republican, but she knows Trump is full of shit. So if she's not gonna step up, I guess Anna says, I'm not gonna let these men overtalk me.
Now, she's talking about Laura Coates. I don't see much of Laura Coates. Uh, I just don't watch CNN that much. I've seen some of
It's
her.
the one
I
with the
think
dark hair.
the black lady. She's the other black lady on CNN.
See, I don't even watch it. That the name sounds familiar. I just don't even watch it really
Yeah,
anymore.
she's very intelligent. That is the person that who was over who did Jeopardy. Alec Trebek wanted to precede him in Jeopardy because he said that she is the most intelligent person that he knew.
Oh
Laura
wow.
Coates. And they didn't hire her, of course.
Of course not.
Yeah, they did not
They
hire
already got Steve Harvey doing Family Feud every night during the week. They didn't want. They can't have two.
her. Yeah, so uh,
But
I
anyway.
don't. I've seen some of hers, but I haven't seen her with people on. I just seen her reading off the news. I'm telling you, CNN irks my ever living
Yeah.
nerves. They never do any pushback questions. It is just a place for people to vomit what they want on the air, and
Mhm.
it's useless. It's
It
useless.
is very useless. It's like now we have no uh as far as mainstream, cable, we have no liberal progressive station, and that's why all these uh YouTube channels that Ronnie Q is putting in the chat, they're very useful, they're very informative. You'll enjoy, even if you don't enjoy all of the people, you'll be able to find someone.
And they're growing by leaps and bounds. Remember, Joe Rogan was the number one podcast for years, and
Yeah.
the Midas Touch has came and taken his throne.
Yes, and I'm gonna tell you something. In the top 10, I think there was only like what, three red leaning YouTube channels, and the rest were like,
You mean three blue leaning?
that's what I meant. Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. No, I mean there was like six blue leaning and only like four.
Oh, you mean recently?
Yeah.
I thought you meant in the past. Yes, they have taken out Candace Owens, Nick Fuentes, all of these
Yeah.
right uh, uh, webcasts and YouTube pages. They
Yeah.
have taken over. Adam Mokler has gone up. That
He was number 10. He
is
was
so
so
quick.
proud.
Yeah, I
Mhm.
remember when he first got on, he was all excited, and he just continues to grow and grow and grow.
Yeah. He's a good guy. He's a good guy.
Good night, Miss Queenie.
Oh man, okay. Let me go ahead. It was good. I'm gonna go ahead and let you go, Ronnie Q.
Oh, I had a ball talking to you. You guys, if you guys came late, we were just talking about alternative media that gives you more information and don't let people just tell you what they want you to hear with no pushback back from
Right.
people who are hired to give you the facts. If you are not getting that from your news, I know you're not if you're watching CNN, in my opinion.
Mm,
Uh, Check some of these links out that I dropped in the chat, and
mhm.
you can go back through some of my lives in my description box. I have been linking all of the people who I use in the description box. So I thank you, Corio. I'm
Oh,
glad you're back.
yeah.
Oh, so, comment in the chat so I can give you your. Oh, here, there you are. So I can give you your thing back.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, it
I
was
got
good.
it. I got it.
Thank you. It was good. I had to come up here and see you real quick, and I'm glad you didn't go away and you were just, being lazy. So,
I was taking a break. We were on a break. Like friends. What was it, friends? We were who was that? We were on a break.
okay,
Uh,
yeah,
yeah.
okay. Well, anyway, how are the dogs?
Oh, they're good and spoiled.
Okay.
Good and spoiled.
Uh,
They're doing good. How are yours?
I only have one. She's fine. She's
How
laying.
is yours? Okay.
Yeah, she's fine. She's laying across my bed. She knows I don't like that, but you know, you know how
Yes.
dogs are. They gonna sneak and do when you're not looking. So
Yes, I do know. Uh, I do know.
yeah.
That's why I just go on and make a place. She has a little donut, but she wants to do what she wants to do.
Mm,
She was good. She's a long sleeper. She doesn't curl and sleep.
mm,
So first of all, this is my fault. I
mhm.
bought her. That little round donut that they have, and it got
Yes.
like a chenille little fuzzy stuff, and it's
Yes.
supposed to be real comfortable. But
Yeah.
when she sleep, she'll her head will be hanging out of it, and then she'll finally get and lay on the bed sideways the wrong way.
Yes.
You
Yeah.
know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I finally got a throw that I put on my because I just don't like even though I wipe her paws off and stuff, I
Mm,
just would prefer her to. So I just put a throw on there, so when she comes out of her thing, she's on her throw.
yeah.
Yeah, you
Yeah.
know how it is.
Yeah, I know how it is because I have one too. It's got it's gray with little paw prints sewn in. It's pathetic. I know, but I can't seem to keep her out of the bed. She'll start out in her bed,
Uh huh.
and then when I wake up in the morning, she's in the bed.
Uh huh.
So I don't. She must know my sleep pattern, breathing. I don't know, but like when I'm distracted like this, she'll sneak up there, and I really, really, I bought her beds. She has two different beds in this condo. And I just really, I don't like it. I
To
think,
buy you one of them throws. The nice little bigger throws that you would use on your couch. Buy you one of those and put it on your bed, and
yeah,
that's gonna relieve all that shit that go on in our heads that we why we don't want them up there. And
right.
yeah,
I can't. It's just like right now I want to snatch her, but I'm like,
You
I
just
don't
be
want to
wanting
go
to
to
say
doggy
it.
jail. Right.
Yeah,
Right.
yeah,
Okay.
girl.
Okay. Well, all
Thank
right then.
you.
Are you going to be back on Monday, or are you coming
Monday.
back
I will be back on Monday, everybody. I appreciate you guys
Was
for showing up.
was it the door? There's people still down there in the chair.
Uh,
Oh,
yeah, it's still. Let me see how many people we have in the
oh,
chat. Girl, it's 25 people in the chat.
oh,
Please
oh,
hit the
okay.
like button. I appreciate you guys.
Yeah. So
Appreciate you for being here.
is it the same time? And then I'm gonna go. Is it the
Uh
same?
huh. Same time, 7 o'clock on the Eastern, uh,
Okay.
4 o'clock on the West Coast, and
All
somewhere
right.
in between on the other coast.
All right. Then I'll see you on Monday morning. Talk to you later.
All right. Talk to you later.
Bye bye.
All right, guys. This is the last link I'm gonna drop. I'm gonna share this with you real quick, uh, and then I'm gonna drop his link. You may want to go over there and check him out. Uh, Here it is. His name is Ken. Where is it? Where is his name? Oh, hold on. Here it is. His name is Ken Klippenstein. Okay, so this is where I first found out about uh, the B-2 bombers being used in over near Iran in conjunction with Israel. And this was, you look at my thumbnails, it has the same thumbnail that I have on today. And I told you that the United States was gearing up to go to war with Iran way back then. And this is where I got my story from. Ken Klippenstein. With without the American press even noticing, Donald Trump has started a war with Iran. Uh, on February 28th, this is when I gave you the story. Way back in February, the U.S. military announced two B-2 heavy bombers flying from an undisclosed location in the Middle East, which I can report is the country of Qatar. You know, Qatar, you get a free jet. Qatar dropped bombs on another undisclosed location, Iraq. And let's not forget that they also dropped bombs on. Uh, 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 oh, I want to say it's not Somalia. Uh, I forgot. Oh my god, a brain fart. Uh, what was that black African nation that they bombed? The first weekend he was in office. So this has been going on for a long time. Uh, the message wasn't lost on neighboring Iran, whose state media warned that the B 52s are nuclear capable bombers carrying a message whose receipt was clear as day. The Islamic Republic uh, said, said, the, uh, said the Islamic Republic of Iran. So this is way back in February. Iran knew exactly what they were doing. So this is what was happening then. This is back in February. This is what our military was doing in February. Okay, so now, uh, clear as day in the Middle East, perhaps, but not in the U.S., where the show of force was barely reported at all. The Pentagon, masters of obscuring controversial things they're doing behind sleep-induced jargon, insisted that the B 52 exercises were merely to assure regional partners to support security and stability in the region, and so on. Then on March 9th, a second demonstration was made. The B-52 flew alongside Israeli fighter jets on a long-range mission, practicing aerial refueling and joint operations. Again, the American press missed the story. though not the Israeli press, which correctly reported the real purpose of the operation. So let's see what the Americans missed it. Ronnie Hugh didn't miss it. I told you guys what was going on. Let's see what the Israeli report said. What did the Israelis say that they were doing? Uh, Now I'm going to have to share this with you. Um, Let me stop this screen and let me share what the Israeli said that they were doing. If you don't remember me giving you this information back in February, I did. Go to the links that have uh, the Iranian and the American flight, the plane on it, the thumbnail. In likely message to Iran is this is from the Times of Israel. How did they report this? In likely message to Iran, Israeli and U.S. Air Force carry out joint drill with heavy bomber. This is what how the Israeli properly. You see where I got that word plane from? You see why I decided to put that in my thumbnail? Because it was on back in February. The Israeli Air Force held joint exercise with the U.S. Air Force this week, during which pilots practiced operational coordination between the two militaries to enhance their ability to address various regional threats. It's not what the American military told you. This is what the Israeli military said it was. The drill included Israeli F-151, blah 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 blah, and the U.S.'s B-52. The exercise aimed to strengthen and maintain the long-standing cooperation between the forces while expanding connectivity and building integrated capabilities for a range of scenarios, the IDF says. A range of scenarios. So the drill is potentially aimed at readying the Israeli military for a potential joint strike with the U.S. on Iran. Here's the link to this story. I gave you this information, but since I'm irrelevant to dumb motherfuckers who are engulfed with what's going on with lemon and all of this other bullshit, here is that story that is the Israelis reported to their people, and here is the story that I found this from. Here's the link to the Substack that I follow, that I read, that I find information from, that I'm able to give to you months before it happened. You have to see, when you want to do the news, you got to act like you want to do the news. If you want to do the news, you have to have something new to tell the people. You can't come with the same old dumb stuff. So there's your news for this evening. I hope you enjoyed it. Go over there and you may want to subscribe to Ken Klippenstein. Very informative young man, has a whole lot of inside information that he shares, and somehow it has been proven true. Not only in this case, it's in quite a few cases. So I hope you guys enjoyed the show. I appreciate you. Please give me a like. Please share. And if you are, obviously you're subscribe because you're commenting. If you're in the clouds, and uh, like, share, and subscribe. Get the word out that some real news goes on over here. I appreciate your support, and I hope you guys have a great remainder of your weekend. And I'll see you guys on Monday morning for the real news. Okay, have a good day. Bye bye. Thank you, Corio, and also thank you, Happy Life, for joining me in the discussion on the panels. All right, guys, I'm out of here. Bye bye. And thank you, my mod, Very Carey, and Corio Lover. All right, bye bye.